And we are live. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Savin's World. My name is Saven, and I want to thank each and every one of you for joining me this evening for another lovely stream here in Savin's World. Sorry, I'm getting started a little bit late here, guys. My computer is being a little sluggish today. Not very good. Little concerning, but we're going to muddle through and do the best that we can. So, as you guys may or may not know, every second Friday of the month, we do a live Q&A session here on Savin's World, where I answer your questions, and I answer the questions from the Patreon members and YouTube channel members as well. So that's what we're going to be doing today. We're going to be slaying some zombie jerks and answering some questions from all of you fine folks. So the order that we're going to be doing this is I will answer the Savin's Court members' questions first. They've a whole bunch of them have submitted questions to me that they would like me to address on the stream. So I'll be answering those questions first, and then after that, I will take questions directly from chat. When we get to that section, I will prioritize super chatted questions. So if you definitely want to push your question to the top of the list, just send in a super chat and I will answer your question first. If not, just toss your question in the chat once we get to that point, and I will definitely answer your question. Nothing is off limits. You can ask me anything you want. It doesn't have to be 7 Days to Die related, but if it is, if you have any questions whatsoever, that is what we're doing today. So before we get started, it is also the beginning of a new month, and I also want to take a second to thank the members of Savin's Court. So not only is this stream about answering questions from Savin's Court, that's one of the perks that they get, is they get a guaranteed question answered. They can submit one question, at least one question, and I will guarantee to answer it every single month at the live stream. But I also give a shout out to the members of Savin's Court from the Knight tier and above. So before we get started, I am going to go ahead and play that thank you video just to give a shout out and a huge thank you to the members of Savin's Court. So let me go ahead and run that, and then we will get right into the stream. Before we start today's stream, it is the beginning of a brand new month, so I wanted to take a second to say thank you to the members of Savin's Court at the Knight tier and above. These individuals have gone above and beyond the call of duty in their support of Savin's World by becoming either YouTube channel members or Patreon members at the Knight tier and above. And we're going to start with the Knights of Savin's Court, so a huge thank you goes out to Knight Lou Sassel, Knight Mage Josh, Knight Daisy, Knight Rick, Knight Cali Killer, Knight Chrono 145, and Knight Chevy 400. Thank you very much, Knights of Savin's Court. Next, we're going to move on to the Baron/Baroness tier, and a huge thank you goes out to Baron Retzel, Baron Grapefront, Baroness RHTBK, Baron Schneidi, Baron Shank, Baron Jonathan M, and Baroness Ariel Tone. Thank you very much, Barons and Baronesses of Savin's Court. And last but certainly not least, we're moving on to the Count/Countess tier, and a huge thank you goes out to Count Exo Zombie Mutts, Count Exile, Count Dublion, and Count Riot. Thank you very much, Counts of Savin's Court. Thank you again to the members of Savin's Court for your support. It really does mean the world to me and helps to keep this channel going. Now, if you folks would like to join Savin's Court and possibly see your name on this wall, all you have to do is become a YouTube channel member by clicking that join button, or by becoming a Patreon member by clicking the link in the description of this video at the Knight tier or above. Once again, guys, I really do appreciate your support. It means the absolute world to me. But now, let's get to it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, there you go. Thank you again to the members of Savin's Court. I love you guys so much. Your support really does mean the world to me. And again, guys, if you would like to join you can hit that YouTube join button or click on the Patreon link. The link is in the description of this video. But I do believe it is time to get the question and answer portion of this stream started. But real quick, before we start, let me give a shout out to everybody who's in the chat so far. Landon, welcome to the stream. John, thank you very much for joining me. Isaac, welcome to the stream. Clint Bartel, Retzel, what's up, man? Good to see you. Glad you were able to join us. Jacob, welcome to the stream. And Jennifer, welcome to the stream. So guys, don't quite put your questions in the chat yet. We have a few to get through before I'm going to, and Kelly, welcome to the stream. Thank you very much for joining. So before I answer the questions out of the chat, I am going to start off by answering the questions from the Savin's Court members. Mad Marky, good to see you. Welcome to the stream. And while I answer those questions, we're just going to be doing a little apartment building of death. Shannon, welcome to the stream. Thank you very much for joining. We're going to be clearing out the apartment building of death here. I did have a clear quest all ready to go. So yeah, we're going to be clearing that out, killing some zombie jerks, and answering some questions. So we're going to get started right away. I'm going to start off with the members of Savin's Court. Most of these, ooh, hello. I must have gotten rid of that bus previously. That's all right. Anyway, I'm getting distracted here. So yeah, this is going to be a nice, easy, laid-back stream. There's going to be a lot of zombies in this building for us to kill, and yeah. Oh, you got your shirts yesterday. Oh, that is so awesome. Oh yes, and if you take pictures and post those on Discord, I would love to see it. Let me know what you guys think. If you know what you think of the shirts and all that fun stuff. I would love to hear some feedback. I've never used Spreadshop before. This is my first time using them, but the reason I chose them is because I've heard great things about their just the whole setup. Not only do they ship pretty much everywhere in the world, but the merchandise is supposed to be pretty good quality. So definitely let me know what you guys think, and I'd love to see pictures. That is so awesome. Thank you again for everybody out there who's hit up the merch shop and checked out the gear. It's awesome. Anyway, I'm gonna get things rolling here. We're gonna start with our Q&A sessions. The first question is, would you consider yourself an extrovert or an introvert? That is a very simple question. I am an introvert 100%. I, in real life, am probably one of the shyest people you will ever meet. I'm not big into crowds. I don't do well in big groups and that kind of thing. And it's a common misconception. A lot of people think that YouTubers or people who have YouTube channels. Whoa, that dog went right through the car. But a lot of people think that that YouTubers are extroverts, or that they're outgoing and loud and bombastic and in real life, and that's honestly not the case. You'd be very, very surprised by just how many introverted people are YouTubers in the it's okay, hold on, sorry guys, we've got some zombies to deal with. I will get back to answering that question in a second after I slay some zombies. Buzz, no, bad Buzz, no. All right. So, as I was saying, yeah, you'd be surprised. Some of the biggest YouTubers out there, some of the biggest personalities on YouTube are actually in real life very shy and reserved people. So there are a lot more introverts, I would say, than you'd realize. But I am definitely in the introvert category. So yes, that would be the answer to that question. All right, moving on. Next question is, and I've actually received this question in several variations, so I just kind of combined them all into one. But the question is, when do you think Alpha 20 will drop? That is a very good question. Soldier, I thought you were farther away. So for the longest time, I thought it would drop during the Steam Summer Sale because that's what they did last year. Last year, it dropped during the Steam Summer Sale. Unfortunately, this year, the Steam Summer Sale has come and gone, so that is no longer the case. I've done some looking into it and research, and even though the Fun Pimps have not made any official announcements, my guess would be that the Alpha 20 is going to drop probably in September at the earliest. We're probably looking early to mid fall. So my guess would be probably September. I'm hoping by September we'll get Alpha 20. I don't know about you guys, but I am ready for it for sure. It is a long time coming. It has been over a year. Like I said, Alpha 19 dropped during the Steam Summer Sale last year. That was, I think it was end of June last year is when Alpha 19 dropped. So that's why I was thinking it would drop during Summer Sale this year. Just makes sense. Keep things consistent. Unfortunately, we did not get that. Oh, and I know, guys, that I'm missing a lot of loot. I'm not looting in this run. This is just, we're just doing a nice, simple clear. We're going to kill all the zombie jerks and not worry about looting all the goodies. Ace Bides, how you doing, bud? Whoa, jump at me like that. That ain't cool. That ain't cool. So best guess, guys, Alpha 20 is probably going to be September at the earliest. It could be even later than that. We don't know. But as soon as I... Whoa. All right. The zombie just stepped on a landmine. But as soon as I get any new information, I will definitely let you guys know. I'm actually thinking about doing a video on Alpha 20. Kind of all the news that I can find online. So your best bet, guys, if you want to learn news about Alpha 20, even though I'm not a fan of the 7 Days to Die forums, just because I believe some of the people on there are kind of toxic, and I don't really like to engage in the forums, they are pretty decent resources when it comes to information about the game, especially updates and that kind of thing. So Alpha 20 news, you can find some pretty decent Alpha 20 news on the forums. They have their roadmap on there and all that fun stuff. So if you ever have questions, you can definitely hit up the forums. Go to 7daystoDie.com and look at the official forums, and you can get some pretty good info. But I'm thinking about doing a video about everything that I can find regarding to the update, when it's coming, any hints that we can possibly take from the forums and some of their tweets and that kind of thing. So, man, we're getting a lot of Radiated Bikers. Radiated Biker, guys, is probably in my opinion, one of the toughest zombies in this game. Because not only are they armored, they also have the fastest running animation, and they're radiated, meaning they can regenerate health. So they are tough cookies for sure. Cowboy, back. So yes, there you go. Yeah, Radiated Biker, no joke. All right. Let's move on to the next question. If you could reincorporate one lost aspect of 7 Days from the console version, what would it be? Okay, that's an interesting question. So I've kind of touched base on this a little bit before. I really miss having to use an item in order to level up your usefulness with that item. So for instance, in the console version, if you want to get better with pistols, you have to fire pistols. If you want to get better with tools, you have to use the tools. I really like that system. I think that makes sense. Because in real life, the old saying goes, practice makes perfect. So it would make sense in the game that you would have to practice using an item in order to get better at it. So if I had to choose one aspect from the old console or the older version days that I'd like to see them bring back in some respect, that would probably be it. Is the the idea that you need to use an item in order to get better at using that item. So yes, that would probably be my answer to that question. All right. let's keep on rolling here. Next question. Would you consider collaborating with other 7 Days YouTubers? Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. I'd love to. So the problem, guys, the issue arises when it comes to collaborations that, and a little spoiler, wait, is somebody breaking into the door here? Maybe. Arlene, what are you doing? Silly Arlene. Here, let me get down there. There you go. Okay. So I actually do have an idea in mind that I would like to put forth to some other fellow YouTubers. So yes, the simple answer is absolutely. I would love to do some collaborations with some other YouTubers. The only thing to keep in mind is that when you're doing collaborations with other people, it needs to make sense for all parties involved. So not only does it need to work on your channel, it also needs to work on their channels as well. It has to be mutually beneficial. Otherwise, it wouldn't be fair to, approach another YouTuber. That's why it's also important to make sure you have an idea in mind and have it, as fleshed out as possible, and then go from there. So I would absolutely 100% be down for doing collaborations. Absolutely. I think collaborations are awesome. And yeah, absolutely. I would love to collaborate with other YouTubers. My whole philosophy is I'm all about the YouTube community, or the 7 Days community, excuse me. And anything that I can do that would help bring attention to the game. All right, this is the trap room, I think. Yeah, there it is. Let's see if we can get on the edge here. Will they spawn in? Pop. There we go. Haven't spawned. I don't see them yet. There we go. Okay. All right. Yeah, I haven't seen them yet. So we'll probably have to come back. Well, yeah, let's keep on going, and we'll come back to them here. Yeah, anything I can do to help bring attention to this game, I'm all for, and I would love to work with other people, like-minded individuals. I am the type of person who likes to build people up instead of tearing them down. So, and there's a lot of 7 Days to Die YouTubers that are of the same mindset. There are some very awesome people. Another radiated biker. There are some really awesome people in this community. That all they want to do is they kind of have the same mission that I do, and that's to bring as much improve or increase the community as best as they can. So yes, the short answer is yes. I would absolutely love it. And I have some ideas that I would like to potentially get in the works, and we will see. Hey, buddy, how you doing? There you go. And we will see. I'm hoping that I will actually be able to do that in the future. So, yes, I would love to do collabs and plan on hopefully doing one here in the not too distant future. It is not very easy sometimes. I get distracted trying to kill the zombies and answer questions at the same time. Ooh, it can be fun, man. All right, I'm hearing. See out in the hallway? I hear you. Are you in there? Hello? Buzz? What you doing, bud? I think you're too far away. All right. There. I'll come closer. There we go. All right. He did. Woo, okay. Oh, man. Oh, they're coming from up top. Come on down, boys. Come on down. All right, let me take care of this little group here, and then we'll get back into the questions. Mama, what you doing? There, we got her. All right. I think we are clear for now. So let's move on to the next question on the list. What are your thoughts on the Fun Pimps new game they're working on? I have no thoughts because I know absolutely nothing about it. I think it's pretty cool. They are actually working on a new game. However, I wish they would finish this game first. I'm a little concerned that they're going to focus so much on the new game that oh, did you see that? Smacked him right out of the air. Oh, that was awesome. Yeah, stupid spider. Oh yeah, batter up. Oh, I love it. Yeah, I'm a little concerned that they're gonna spend, they'll kind of split their attention, which is gonna drag out the completion of 7 days. I would much prefer them focus on finishing 7 days before hopping into a new project. But if their company is growing and they have the resources available to to focus on more than one game at a time, then I say, hey, go for it. Awesome. I'm loving I absolutely love their first entry, their first try when it comes to games. So another radiated biker. What the heck? Hold on. Oh, we got a boo-boo. All right. Let's get that boo-boo healed up. There we go. So I absolutely love 7 days. Absolutely love it. So I would be interested to see, what they have in mind for their second offering. Yeah, so I think it's cool. Good for them. It makes, gives me hope that they're going to continue as a company down the road. But at the same time, I just don't want it to split their attention and delay the completion of 7 days and make the updates, take longer and longer and longer, and then eventually make the finished product push that completion date down the road further than it really needs to be. So that's my only concern. But all things considered, I am excited for the future for the Fun Pimps. I think their first offering is awesome and continues to get better. And their second offering hopefully will do the same. I'm interested to see what direction they go, how similar yet different it's going to be to 7 days. But yeah, I mean, they really haven't, like I said, they haven't released much information about it. They just kind of basically said, "Hey, we've got something new in the works," and that was it. So yeah. We shall see, guys. And again, once I get more information about it, I will definitely bring it to you. But as of right now, we really don't know a lot. So I can't really comment too much. I can just give you basic overviews of my thoughts on what it could potentially, my concerns moving forward, and my excitement moving forward as well. All right, next question on the list. Very simple question: light armor or heavy armor? That is a more complicated question than it may seem. It all depends on a number of factors. Hey, bud, how you doing? Pick up. It depends on your play style. It depends on your build. Yeah, the main thing I would say is if you want to go stealth build, always go light armor, and more specifically, I say go padded armor. I think padded armor makes for the best stealth builds. You can actually get your noise level penalty, or you can actually get it negative. Boom, did by adding in the advanced muffle connectors or regular muffle connectors. So for stealth builds, you definitely want to go light armor, specifically padded. If you do plan on running light armor, which you can, but you're not looking to go stealth, then you definitely want to shoot for military. It does have some benefits. You don't have the penalties on light armor are not as severe as heavy armor. If you're going for like a tank build or something like that, strength, fortitude, those kind of builds, you definitely want to go for heavy armor. But at the same time, you want to look for the whoa, cowboy, stop it! I'm talking here. Ooh, zombie loot. All right, let's see what we got. All right, some money, some food, some vitamins. Not too bad. If you do go the heavy armor route, you definitely want to try to. Whoa. Sorry, guys, we're getting rudely interrupted. There we go. We got him. Yeah, you definitely want to make sure you got your perks in order. You want to look for the book series, Urban Combat. I think it's volume 7 or 6. Let me find it here for you. Urban Combat, yeah, volume 6. Armor doesn't slow you down in combat. That's an awesome book to have with heavy armor. So the short answer is it depends on your build type, what you are planning on doing as a character. All right, he's a slow guy. He did. And honestly, guys, either heavy armor or light armor, both are viable. But again, it all depends on your play style. It depends on your character build and which path you're taking. The only caveat I would say is you always want to wear heavy armor on Horde Night if you are in a position where you're going to be up close and personal or have any interaction or get close to the zombies at all. If you have something like a killing corridor where the zombies will never even come close to you, then honestly it doesn't really matter, except for cop spit, vulture spit, that kind of thing, projectiles that can hit you and damage you. That's the only thing. There's no such thing as stealth on Horde Night, so light armor for like something like a stealth build does not make any sense whatsoever. Whoa! Sneaking up on me. Wait, go away. Go away. Bye-bye. 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 And you did. So yeah, stealth armor or light armor makes no sense on Horde Night. You're much better off because the zombies there's no such thing as hiding. There's no such thing as stealth. They already know where you're at. They're coming for you. So you might as well have the highest damage resistance you possibly can. It just makes sense. So that would be my answer to that question. All right, moving on. Hold on, guys. Let me get a quick drink of my beverage. Much better. All right. Next question is, who are some of your YouTube inspirations? Very good question. So it's kind of weird. Before I got into doing YouTube videos, I used to watch a lot more YouTube than I do now. Now I just don't have the time to watch as many as I would like, which sucks. That's just the nature of the game, you know. When you there's only so many hours in the day, and when you get to a point where you're not only working a job, but you're also working on making videos and that kind of thing, kind of sucks a lot of the time out of their day and doesn't leave much time for anything else. That being said, there's a few people who actually really inspired me to get started in YouTube. Oh, this is a fun room. All right, guys, wake up. Hello. Come on down. Come down here. Come on. No, come down. There you go. Hey, Spidey. Ooh, lots of Spideys in this POI. Ow! Stop it! Stop it! All right, give me a second, guys, and I'll get back to the question. All right. Another spider. I have no idea what he was doing. All right, there's going to be a few behind these doors here. All right. Hello. Where are you at? Back there? Where are you? Oh, there you are. Hey, cowboy. silly sausage. Boom, dead. Okay, there we go. All right, guys. So back to the question. My inspirations, my YouTube inspirations. I will start by saying the ones that really got me, kind of pushed me over the edge to decide, hey, I kind of want to do this. I kind of want to start making videos and that kind of thing. Actually, I think is it this way? Yeah, no, that goes, no. I always forget here. And so there are a few on that list. The very first person that I watched with regards to 7 Days to Die videos is actually a YouTuber called Skippy0330. I watched his because he used to do console content. He used to make videos on the console version of 7 Days to Die before switching over to the PC version. And as many of you guys may know, I actually started on the console version. I'm a console transplant. I got the console version like right away as soon as it came out. Hey guys, you know what? Let's see if we can just kneecap him. We'll kneecap him. Boom. There we go. We got him. So that's, when I was first starting out, and when I started out 7 Days to Die, guys, stupid bird. I literally almost rage quit before I started. Because the very first time that I spawned into 7 Days to Die, I knew nothing about the game. Absolutely nothing. All right, where you at, bird? I hear you. There you is. Boom! I knew nothing about the game, right? Absolutely nothing. And the game was so nice as to spawn me in right next to the radiated zone. So it spawned me in on a road right next to the radiated zone. I had no idea what the radiated zone was. I had no idea there was such a thing as the radiated zone. So the road obviously has two directions. You can go left, you can go right. And, so at the very first time I spawned into the game, I went the wrong way, but I didn't know. So I'm just walking down the road. I get, I don't know, just not too far down the road whatsoever. And all of a sudden I just fall over dead. And I almost rage quit. I almost was like, this is bullshit. What the hell is this? I mean, I just died and I didn't know why. I didn't know anything. So instead of, giving up on the game entirely right at the very beginning before giving it a chance, I started hitting up YouTube and checking out some videos on, what exactly this game is, trying to learn the game. And so the very first creator that I came across was Skippy, and he, because he was doing a lot of videos on the console version of 7 Days to Die. He had a whole bunch of, multiple playthroughs on the console version. And so that was my first introduction to 7 Days YouTube. So I would have to give credit to him, because without him, I wouldn't have even known that there was such a thing as 7 Days to Die YouTubers. So that would be one inspiration. Another inspiration is Cap. I absolutely love Capo. He is genuinely one of the nicest human beings, one of the most decent human beings that I've never met him personally. We use the word met in this day and age, but we've never met personally, like, in person, but we interact on Twitter and videos and that kind of thing. So we have the digital interaction, but he is genuinely one of the most decent human beings I have ever, quote unquote, met. If that makes sense to you guys. He is positivity. He is obviously a family man, and you guys know how important family is to me, with, but like the story with my dad and all that fun stuff. So, we're kind of like-minded in that sense. So I would have to include Cap as one of my inspirations. definitely, not only is he a good 7 days, a good content creator for YouTube, but he's also just a good person, and that is awesome. So definitely have to include him on that list. Another one that many of you may not know, because he makes videos for people who have YouTube channels for YouTubers. But the gentleman's name is Nick Nimmin, and I have learned so much information about YouTube itself from that gentleman that it's not even funny. So, and I have to give a special shout out to both Cap and Nick Nimmin, because when my father passed away, guys, I seriously contemplated giving up and stopping the channel. It was a serious consideration. And if it wasn't for the encouragement and of gentlemen like Nick and Cap, I probably would have quit, given up, and stopped my YouTube channel. It was honestly a serious consideration, especially immediately after my father passed away. But because of their positivity, their encouragement, and even though it wasn't directed directly at me, it's not like we were having a one-on-one conversation. It was just the content that they put out gave me the strength and courage to keep pushing through, despite my any misgivings I may have had, and all that kind of stuff. So I have to give them both a special shout out as well, just for that, for the fact that their videos, their content helps to sustain me in my time of doubt, I guess you would say. So I think I'm going to leave it there. I think that's probably good. There are others that have guided me or inspired me or that kind of thing, but I think that's pretty good. Pretty good place to stop. All right. Next up, what is the biggest piece of advice you would give new players in 7 days? Biggest piece of advice would be, don't rage quit. Like I almost did. No. Okay, hold on. We got some jerks to take care of, guys. One second. There we go. We got them all? We got them all. Music's down. All right. Biggest piece of advice for new 7 days players. I would recommend that you take some time to learn the basics before jumping in too deep. I always tell players there's nothing wrong with starting a world with the zombie spawns turned off. That way you can learn the crafting mechanics, you can learn the interface, you can learn all the stuff around that without having to deal with having to worry about, okay, that's the downside to the freaking parkour perk. Come on. Get in there. Oh, gosh. That's the one downside. I wish you could control your jump, but you can't. So, yes, I always recommend Brent. See what I mean? Literally, I jumped and it bounced me off. All right. Let's get back up there. Where were we? I'm going to bounce my head again, aren't I? Yep, there it is. All right, let's do this. Let's go here. Let's do right here. That'll do. All right, sorry, guys. Give me a second. Got to get back up to where we were. There we go. All right. Up. Joik. So, yes, do not be afraid, or do not be, and don't let anybody tell you that you're a wuss or you're whatever. I hate that kind of crap. Let people play the game the way they want to play the game. And if you really want to, if you want to make start the game so you're not so overwhelmed, there is nothing wrong with playing a game for a little while with the zombies turned off just to get a handle on the game. I saw this spider sleeping here. All right. And then, once you get a firm grasp or, at least a rough understanding, then go back in there, then back out of the game and start a new regular playthrough. It really annoys me when there are people there, and I'm sure you guys have come across people like this. If you don't play the game their way, then you're not playing the game, or somehow you're less than because you decide you choose to play the game a different way. Those type of people really annoy the hell out of me. They annoy me to no end. It's like, you know what? If you find it fun to, whatever you find fun, great. More power to you. Play that way. I love it. But that might not be fun to me. That might not be fun to somebody else. They can play their game their way and have fun their way. And putting them down for choosing to play, how they choose to play the game is just stupid and silly. And I don't appreciate that attitude. It just, I don't know. It annoys the heck out of me. Because, I mean, what the heck does it matter to you how somebody else plays their game? What concern is it of yours? It's silly. It's silly. So anyway, that's I'm off on a tangent here. But, my advice would be start a game, turn the zombie spawns off, learn the mechanics of the game. Once you get the mechanics of the game down, back out, start a new game with the zombies on. That would be my biggest piece of advice for brand new players, people who have never played 7 Days to Die ever before. Learn the mechanics and then jump into the game proper. And honestly, that if that ability is available in most games, you need to learn the rules, you need to learn the controls before you can effectively play the game. I mean, that's just common sense. All right, buddy. And there's nothing wrong with doing that. So go for it. Have fun. That's probably my biggest piece of advice for new players. Have fun. Play the game your way and have fun doing it. That's the point of video games, guys. We're supposed to be having fun here. All right. Okay, let's move on. Let's see how are we looking here on our list. All right, we've got a few. We're about halfway through the Patreon and YouTube channel members' questions. And then after that, I will be pulling questions from the chat. So again, guys, if you feel free to talk about amongst yourselves, there are a lot of very, very good players in the community that can answer your questions. So if you have any 7 Days to Die questions or anything like that you want to kind of talk about before I get to that section of the Q&A, have at it, guys. There's some really awesome people in the chat, really awesome people in the community. Say hello to each other, get to know each other, and don't be afraid to ask your questions. I won't be answering questions from the chat until we get done with these first. So if you have a question for me, don't quite put that in chat yet. Hold off until I give you guys the word that I'm going to be switching over to chat questions. But if you have a question that you want to have a discussion with the other people in the chat, absolutely, I say go for it. Another radiated biker. Buzz, what is up, man? What is up with you? Don't leave us alone today, man. All right. Anyway, let's keep on rolling. We're about halfway there with the Savin's Court questions, so let's keep rolling. Next question: what are you most excited for with Alpha 20? I'm most excited for it to finally be released. No, I think they mean like a change coming in Alpha 20 that I'm excited for. Well, real quick, I did want to say one thing that I'm kind of glad is they actually announced that, or they didn't announce, but they posted on the forums that the changes to the clothing and armor are actually going to they're going to push that back until Alpha 21, which I'm actually a fan of, because I don't think that feature they hadn't thought it all the way through. So this will give them more time, because that changing the clothing and armor system in this game, that is going to radically change the game. And I'm not 100% sure that it was for the best. So that doesn't actually answer the question. The question is, what am I looking forward to that is coming in Alpha 20? And I would probably say the thing that I'm looking forward to the most, gosh, there's so much. Random Gen is going to be awesome. They're pretty much, because I love Nitrogen, but unfortunately the Nitrogen project has been abandoned. They're no longer going to be updating Nitrogen. They get stopped in Alpha 19, and as Alpha 19, the versions of Alpha 19 kept going, the Nitrogen did not receive any more updates and will not receive any more updates moving forward. The good news is that Alpha 20 is supposedly supposed to be taking a lot of the aspects, or a lot of the features that made Nitrogen so awesome, and they're actually implementing those into the random gen system in the actual game itself. So the things like sliders and being able to change the terrain type. If you want to, like in Nitrogen, you can make the terrain rockier, bigger. You can make the terrain, flatter. If you want to make it basically flat everywhere, you can do that. So there's a lot of different options with regard in Nitrogen, and they're bringing that into Alpha 20. So Random Gen, I'm really looking forward to. It's kind of hard to. I hate doing this to the person who asked this question, because they asked me for the thing I'm most excited about. But I'm not. There's not really one thing that jumps out at me and says, yes, this is the change that I'm looking for. Because every single change that I've seen, for the most part, I'm excited about. I think they are good changes. Vehicle mods are another big one. We've been waiting for vehicle mods forever. So that would definitely be on the list. And also the decorations and shape menu update is going to be pretty sweet. I think it's about time that they unified the shape menus and that kind of thing. So those would probably be the ones that I'm looking forward to the most. Is there one that jumps out above all the others? Nothing, there's nothing that is like, yes, this is it. This will make or break this update. In my opinion, there are so many good things coming, and I'm just excited for Alpha 20 to finally get here. And hopefully, like I said, September, maybe. Oh, I can't wait, guys. I can't wait. It's going to be good. All right, next question. I'm really enjoying the No Trader Challenge. Are you planning on continuing that series? Absolutely. I am also enjoying the No Trader Challenge. So I've been playing it. I think we've had 3 sessions now. Well, Buzz, come on, buddy. What the heck, man? Leave me alone. All right, sorry guys, give me a second. Buzz is being a nuisance. Stop it. It's a lot of fun, guys. Like I've said, if any of you guys have watched the streams, the reason I did it is because I found that I was becoming very, very reliant. I don't know if reliant is the right word, but I maximized the trader as much as possible. You use the trader for quests, you use the trader to buy and sell goods, you use the trader for books. Their trader is one of the cornerstones of the current version. So I thought it'd be cool to do a series where the trader was completely 100% off limits. Can't do quests, can't buy and sell goods. And I thought that it would be a way to completely change up my normal approach to the game. And boy, was I right. It has completely changed my approach to the game. You have to take into consideration, there were so many things you take for granted when you have access to the trader, that when you don't have access to the trader, you really have to pretty much rethink everything, and it makes you play the game in a completely different way, which is awesome, which is really, really awesome. So, yeah. I absolutely plan on continuing to do the No Trader Challenge. In fact, we will probably pick that up again next week. So next stream. The reason I didn't do it today is because this is the Q&A stream. And the No Trader Challenge, not only can I not visit traders, it's also 30-minute days and random horde nights. Which, yeah, trying to answer questions while facing, those stipulations, I wouldn't get through the questions very fast. Wouldn't be able to answer as many questions as I like to do on these streams. All right, come on, buddy. Boom! Play some birdie baseball. Where are you at? Batter up. Come on. Come on. Come on down, you jerks. Don't fly away. Don't be scared. Come on. Come on back and boom! Oh, yeah, baby. I love it so much. Where'd that other one go? Is he flying away? I see him moving there. Come on, bird. Come back. He's going to try to sneak up on me. There he is. Come on. What the heck was that? All right. Excuse me. Hey, nurse. How you doing? Oh, the ragdoll effects of this game are just awesome. They're just so good. Oh, darn it. I missed him. Come on. Jump at me again. I hit him. I stunned him, too. All right. There we go. There we go. Okay. I completely forgot what I was saying. Oh, yes. The No Trader Challenge. Yes, I will continue that No Trader Challenge. We will keep playing it as long as you guys are digging it. I do plan on continuing that challenge for a while now. I mean, until it gets old, until it gets stale, or until we die. Maybe that'd be a good place to end it. If we die, which is inevitable, eventually you always die in this game. There just comes a point where, I mean, most of the time it's inevitable. But yeah. Oh, are we at the end? We are. So we've got the two up here, and then we've got the death room that we have to take. Whoa! Nurse went flying. No, don't you dare jump off. Don't you dare jump off. There we go. All right. All right, so we got to go take care of the stragglers. All right. Now let's be smart about this. We don't want to break we can't break our leg, but we don't want to take unnecessary damage. We are parkour masters, so we can get down that. But we don't want to be stupid about it. All right. Hoya. So it looks like right down there, we've got some zombies to take care of. All right. Backtracking through this is can be fun sometimes. All right, here we go. We can just drop right down here. I guess they're even further down. Okay. All right. So while I find the rest of these zombie jerks, let me keep going. So yes, the No Trader Challenge will continue. I'm having a blast with it, and we will probably bring it back next week and go from there. All right, next question. This is a nice question. Thank you for the person who submitted this question. They simply ask, how are you doing? I am well. I really cannot complain. Can't complain that much. Yeah. Life is good. I have more things, more pluses than minuses, I guess you could say. So, the short answer is I am well, and thank you very much for asking. That is awesome. Simple, straightforward question. Checking on my well-being. So, thank you very much for that question. Don't know what else to say, but yeah, I'm doing good. I'm feeling good. So thank you. Next question. Have you ever played Rust? If yes, what do you think? If no, why not? No, I have never played Rust. Because I'm pretty sure Rust is it's more of a whoa. I missed an entire room of them. You see how it is? Rust is more of a PvP game, is it not? And I am not a PvP player. PvP is not my thing. I'm not a big fan of it. So, yeah. Oh, wow, I missed 2 whole rooms in this one. All right, come on out, boys. Come on out. Come on out. Yeah, PvP is not really my thing. So, I have not played Rust. Plus, correct me if I'm wrong, but the Rust servers reset like every month or something like that. It's something insane. So I'm not really a fan of that. Working all that time, building up your resources, building up your base, just to have it all reset. Plus, being PvP, having people, just destroy your stuff. Not a fan of that. So yeah, again, I'm not a PvPer. It's never been my bag, not really my thing. Not saying there's anything wrong with PvP or people who like PvP games. That's cool. Like I said, you play your game your way. You like what you like, and there's nothing wrong with that. So, just not for me. Just not for me. Excuse me. All right. Next up, will you ever stream on Twitch? I have streamed on Twitch in the past. I did actually have a Twitch channel. Let's see if we just go through here. Because they are right in, I think this is the room here. All right, we're getting ready for the big one. I do have a Twitch channel, but I'm not the biggest fan of Twitch. It's there. They popped in. All right. Here, let's do this. Close that door. Close that door. Are you guys gonna wake up and come fight me or what? Come on, jerks. There you go. There you go. Fight me. Come on. Ow. Got a good fucking shot in on me. There we go. You the last one? Boom! Down he goes. Yeah, so I'm not a big fan of Twitch. I've kind of talked about this in the past. I think the platform has potential, but Twitch itself has issues, has problems. If I were to stream on Twitch and join their partner program or their affiliate program, partner program, it's in their terms of service that I cannot stream anywhere else. So, and they are just just ask Cage848, who is another bigger 7 Days YouTuber, what happens when you stream, sign that partnership program and then stream elsewhere. They removed him from the partnership program on Twitch. So I'm not a big fan of exclusivity. I don't want to be tied to having to do only one, having to stream only on a certain platform and being excluded from being able to stream on others. So I wouldn't be able to stream on Facebook. I wouldn't be able to stream on YouTube if I decided to go the Twitch route, which I'm not a fan of. Plus, you have to agree to let them use your likeness, meaning they can you pretty much signing over yourself to Twitch. Not a fan of that either. Plus, the way that they handle their creators, or a lot of their copyright issue or their claim issues, the way they handle that is asinine, in my opinion. I won't go into the ins and outs on what happens if you get a copyright strike or anything like that. But the at least in YouTube, if you get a strike or you get a claim, you can dispute it and it can be removed. And it's relatively fair and it's relatively they're relatively responsive. I mean, YouTube has its own issues, but I think Twitch is even worse. Like it's considerably worse than YouTube in that regard. So just the way that they don't, it doesn't seem like they have their creators. They don't have their creators' backs, and they bend the knee to the big corporations, the big music companies, and and it's a lot of times. So the way it works, like these companies use bots, and if there's even a momentary a moment in your stream where something sounds similar or sounds like something they have rights to, the bot will immediately issue a strike on your channel, and they use it on all the platforms, which is a problem in and of itself, because many times there's something called fair use, which I won't get into, but a lot of times it's a fair use issue, and the strike should not stand. And at least with YouTube, there's a way that you can rectify that. You can challenge it, but the system over on Twitch is completely different, and it's not for me. I don't like it. I don't find it. I find it very problematic. So that's why I stopped streaming on Twitch, because I don't want to conform to their rules. I don't want to stream exclusively on their platform, or if I decide to stream elsewhere, risk losing my channel because I dare to stream elsewhere. I don't want to give up my likeness, give them permission to use my likeness and my the videos and the things that I've created for them. I mean, they already take 50% of any revenue that you may earn on Twitch. So not only are you giving up you're giving them half the revenue, you're also giving them permission to use your likeness in other ways. And I no. And then the way that they treat their creators when it comes to copyrights and that kind of thing. And there's also, I don't know, I'm just not a fan of Twitch, guys. I guess that's the long and short of it. So, yeah, and there's reasons behind it. And I would recommend that anybody out there who is looking, I mean, it does have its benefits. It does have its pluses. But I would warn anybody who out there who is looking to get into streaming to do some serious research on these platforms and study the pros and cons, because all of them have pros and cons. There's good things and bad things about every platform out there, and it's up to you to decide, do the pros outweigh the cons and which would be the best fit for you. I've decided, obviously, that YouTube is what I'm going to be focusing most of my attention on. And, I can't say with the results and the way things are going, it'd be hard for me to say that I made the wrong choice. So I love YouTube. I'm going to continue focusing my attention, my efforts on YouTube. And yeah, that's kind of where we're going to move forward. Now, if in the future Twitch changes things and they make it more appealing to me, I would absolutely be all for going back and jumping back on Twitch. But they have a lot of work to do in order to entice me to get back over there, and it's not. I'm sure they are not weeping that I no longer am streaming on Twitch. Let's just say that. So yes, all right. That's my feelings on Twitch, guys. Sorry that was kind of a longer, really nerdy answer, but yeah, there you go. Oh, next question is a very, very good question. A much simpler question. And then I should probably give myself another quest. We tore through that apartment building in like no time. fact, let's do that. Yep. Oink. There we go. Quests. Where you at? Let's get over there. Ooh, hello. Looks like we're doing a factory. Or is it the hospital? I can't tell. No, it's the hospital. Very nice. I love the hospital. Let's make that our active quest. Boop. There we go. The hospital is a fun POI. All right. Next question is, what is your favorite food? Nice and simple question. I would have to say my favorite food is tacos. I think they are the greatest thing ever invented. Tacos, I could eat tacos every day for the rest of my life. Just because they're so versatile. There's so many different kinds of tacos. There's so many different things that qualify as a taco. But just your straightforward regular taco, I could never get enough tacos. Absolutely love tacos. Oh, they're so good. So good. All right, come on, ladies, this way. Hello. Hey, bud, how you doing? Nice to see you. Whee! Oh, the ragdoll in this game. I love it so much. All right, who's being a jerk and making all the noise? Where are you? Where are you? Ah, you're in here. You're out here. Okay. Hey, bud. There you go. Now, we'll get to you guys here in a little bit. So stay put. We'll be back. We'll make our way there eventually. So, yes, I love tacos. Simple answer to a simple question. Excuse me, guys. I just looked at the next question on the list. I need a drink because this is a mouthful. All right. Somebody asked, how much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? All right. So the answer to that is simple. All the wood that a woodchuck could if a woodchuck could chuck wood. There you go. Straight, simple. Straightforward, simple. Oh, I love the members of this community, guys. They are so awesome. Oh, they make these fun. Oh, I love it. I love it. All right, come on up. Everybody gets a clobbering. You get a clobbering. You get a clobbering. Everybody gets a smacking. Smack for you. Smack for you. Smack for you. There you go. Look at that. Look at that. That's a beautiful sight. Lots of dead zombie jerks. All right. The next question. Okay. All right. So I actually was debating whether or not to answer this question. But I told you guys that you could ask me anything, and I would answer it. So I'm going to stay true to my word and address this question, even though it's not really something that I like to weigh into publicly very often. But this person asks, what do you think about the whole Glock 9 capo drama? I think it sucks. I think it's a shitty situation. Excuse my language, but it's a really crappy situation. So for those of you guys who do not know, recently Cap posted on Twitter that Glock blocked him on all social media platforms, removed his comments from posts, pretty much like completely cut him out, cut him off, didn't give him any reasons as to why he was doing it. And when Glock's asked about it, he pretty much, anybody who dares to ask him that, he blocks them. Anybody who supports Cap, he blocks them. And he does not take kindly to anybody daring to question why he would do that. And it might seem like a trivial thing to some people that, excuse me. Yeah, he blocked him on Twitter. He blocked him on Instagram and deleted all his comments and all that fun stuff. But for those of you guys who aren't aware, Glock and Cap they seemed like really good friends, and from what Cap was saying, he thought they were really good friends. And they had their whole race to 100,000 thing going on. They did a lot of collaborations. Earlier, somebody asked me about my YouTube inspirations, and I would definitely have to say that I mentioned Cap, and I have to include Glock in that list as well. They really, were like staples of the 7 Days to Die community, and they brought so much positive attention to this game, which I appreciate. I love it. It's a game that I love, and the more people that we can get playing this game, the better. So they were two that brought a lot of attention to the game, and they seemed like really good, close friends. And then for whatever reason or no reason, I mean, again, like I said, Glock really still has not addressed why he would do that. He blocked Cap and pretty much just cut him off. And he does the same thing to anybody who dares to question why he would do that. Or, I don't know. I don't get it. It seems really childish to me, and it's sad. It's just sad. And yes, for those of you who may be asking, he blocked me too, even though I'm not on Twitter very much. I don't think I've ever said anything about Glock. The only thing that I've said is is that I think telling people not to throw away their cornmeal is kind of a silly thing to do. And he has even said, yeah, it's a silly thing to do. And it was just an offhand comment that he made that kind of blew up into something that he took advantage of. Of course, makes sense from a gameplay perspective. You definitely don't want to do that, and that's the only thing I've ever said. But I guess that was enough for me to get blocked as well. Hold on, guys. Sorry. Yeah. There we go. All right. So yeah, he blocked me too, and I really don't care because I'm not on Twitter much, but whatever. I just think the whole situation's stupid. It's silly. It's childish. But at the same time, I think if I were Cap, that's like a sucker punch right to the gut. When somebody that you came up with like you were side by side working together, building each other, building your channel, helping them build their channel, for no good friends, all that fun stuff, for no reason given, just out of the blue, decides to cut you out of the act like you do not even exist, and won't even address the issue. And even if Glock just said to Cap, hey, this is why I did it, I think that would be enough. Cap could just say, yep, we did discuss it, and I understand. The man deserves at least a reason why you would do that to him, in my opinion. But so the long and short of it is I think the situation is crap. I think it's stupid. I think it's silly. It's childish. Again, I think Cap is one of the most decent human beings I've ever met, quote unquote, met digitally. And I think he deserved better than to be treated that way. I hope that Glock does better in the future and makes better choices, or at least has the common courtesy to explain to Cap. Cap's the only one he really needs to talk to about it. Just tell him why, because the dude deserves some kind of answer. So, all right, real quick, hold on a second. I want to say welcome, John McIntosh, to Savin's Court. Thank you very much for becoming a member. He is now a knight in Savin's Court. So, John, make sure and head on over to Discord. Join the Discord server. The invite link is in the description. And there you can find the login information for the 7 Days to Die servers and all of that fun stuff. Now, I will add your Discord role after the stream is over. So as soon as the stream is over, I'll get you added on, get your role assigned to you on Discord. But make sure and join the Discord. That way you can get all the login information for the servers. And thank you very, very much for your support, and welcome to Savin's Court. I appreciate it. All right, let's keep on a rolling. So enough of the drama. So guys, like I said, normally I don't like to weigh into that stuff publicly. I don't like the drama. I don't like it. I'm not a drama kind of guy. It's not my thing. So, but somebody asked, so there you go. That's my thoughts on it. Next up is, do you only play survival crafting games like 7 Days? No. I play a wide variety of games. I love strategy games. I love RPGs. Absolutely love RPGs. I was really into old school Fallout, old school Elder Scrolls. And when I say old school, I mean the original Fallout 2. I played those when I was younger. Elder Scrolls is probably I probably have more hours in Elder Scrolls or the Elder Scrolls series than anything else. Elder Scrolls and Fallout. So the Bethesda games before Bethesda really went downhill. Those I have probably played to death. I absolutely love them. Morrowind is probably one of my favorite games of all time. I absolutely love Morrowind, and actually play Morrowind on occasion, from time to time, to this day. So, yes, the answer is no. I don't only play survival crafting games. However, I do find survival crafting games to be very, very fun, and I love them. But no, I do play other games as well. So, like I said, strategy games, RPGs, that kind of thing. Those are really, really fun. Hey, bud, how you doing? Okay, you guys stay asleep. I'm gonna take care of Mo here. Hey, Mo. Yeah, let me help you out. Let me help you. Oh, they didn't stay asleep. They didn't stay asleep. They didn't stay asleep. They didn't listen. They didn't listen. No, stop it. I was trying to talk to Mo, you jerks. All right, fine. Come on, birdie. Oh, I swung too soon. Come on. There we go. All right. Now we can go say hello to Mo. Hey, Mo. How you doing, bud? Come on. Get back up. Get back up. And, oh, that didn't kill him. Come on. And, boom. There we go. Now he's dead. The inconsiderate jerks was trying to talk to Mo. And what do? I told them to stay asleep. They woke up and came and punched me in the face. You see how it is? All right. Let's keep on rolling. We are almost done with the questions from Savin's Court. Just a couple of them left. What is your favorite part of 7 Days? Hands down, my favorite part of 7 Days to Die is the building / crafting in 7 Days to Die. I love that this game gives you the ability to destroy anything in the game, any block in the game, except for like the trader compounds and that kind of thing. But it allows you to destroy anything and build everywhere. this game leaves building up to your imagination. You can build whatever you can imagine, you can build. And that's going to be made even better when Alpha 20 comes along, because Alpha 20 is going... Wait a second. Oh, that's right. That's the one that they broke down. Okay, so out that door and into this one. This is the right way here, I believe. Yep, okay. They're going to, since they're going to unify or standardize the shape menu, that's going to make building even better. Hello? Nobody? Gives you access to a lot of... Okay. All right, yeah, we're going the right way. All right. Thought I got turned around there, but I didn't. We're good. We're good. All right, come on. You guys in there? Hey, nurse. Hey, hazmat dude. There, we got him. I completely lost my train of thought. Okay. Yes, I love the building. I love building and crafting in this game. Because there is no end to it. You can build till your heart's content. And you can build anything you want, almost anywhere you want, which is amazing. I absolutely love it. And yeah, that is my favorite thing. It's going to be... Oh, you stupid hoodie zombie. Come on, Skater Boy. Why are you guys going that way? Oh, stupid zombies. Oh, God. Oh, love it. Yeah, building, absolutely, hands down. I love it more than looting. I love it more than slaying the zombies. Building in this game is awesome because it's limitless. Like I said, let your imagination go wild. Build anything and everything you can think of. It's awesome. Absolutely love it. All right, here. You can stay in there. Sorry. All right. Let's move on. All right. And this last question is a two-part question. Kind of go hand in hand. This person asked, do you plan on introducing a mascot for Saven's World? I wouldn't be opposed to it. Yeah, absolutely. I think it'd be fun. It'd be cool. It's not really my forte, coming up with stuff like that. So I don't know what we could use as a mascot. I'd be open to ideas. If anybody had any ideas on what you guys think should be the mascot for Saven's World, yeah, let me know. Absolutely. I'd totally be down for that. But it's really, to be honest, it's not something I've really thought about. Yeah. So we'll see. I don't know. I would not be opposed. I think it'd be kind of cool. But that kind of thing is not my forte, coming up with stuff like that. So if you guys have any suggestions on what you think should be the mascot for Saven's World, hop down in the comments and let me, or, type it in chat, or after the video goes, once the replay goes live, hop down in the comments, or head over to Discord, head over to the Discord server and drop your suggestions in there. And yeah, I think I would absolutely be all about a mascot. I think that'd be cool. And the follow-up, or the second part of this, is, would you consider adding a plush to the merch shop? So I double checked when I received this question. I double checked what is available on Spreadshop, and unfortunately Spreadshop does not have any plush toys available that you can offer. So I would love to. The closest thing that Spreadshop has available is pillows. You can they do have pillows that you can add to your shop, but as for like a plush toy, unfortunately they don't have any plush toys on offer available on Spreadshop. So I could definitely send a message to them saying, hey, this might be something worth looking into bringing to the shop. But as of right now, it's just unfortunately it's not something that is available. Not something that is available in the current offerings from Spreadshop. So yeah. Oh gosh darn it! All right, we'll just nerd pull all the way. There we go. That'll get us back up. There we go. All right, we're good. We're good. We're back. We are back. All right, that's why frames are awesome. All right. There we go. So that was all of the questions from Savin's Court. And that's perfect timing. Look at that, guys. So normally I take a break about an hour and a half into the stream. So I think I will do that now. And when I come back, we will start jumping into the questions from the chat. Remember, guys, that if you send in a super chat with a question, that will bump your question all the way to the front of the list. So I will guarantee to answer your question. But if you just want to drop your questions into the chat, I will get to those as quickly as I can. And we will answer some questions once I get back from a quick little 5-minute break here. So I'm going to put on my break screen, which are those awesome, funny commercials. And I will be back. I'm just going to get up and stretch a little bit. I think I'm going to refill my beverage. And we will get back into the questions. So give me about 5 minutes, guys, and I will be right back, and we will get into the chat Q&A section of the stream. So I will see you guys in just a second.
I'm a man. And I chop wood like a man. I break rocks like a man. I build shit like a man. And being such a manly man, I need some manly tools. There's only one place to go to get some manly tools. Now go to Working Stiff's Tools. They have everything a manly man may need. Like this manly chainsaw. Or this manly auger. You call this an axe? Don't be a pussy. Get yourself a manly fire axe. Right here at Working Stiff's Tools, where men are men and in no way overcompensating for anything whatsoever. Be a man.
Working Stiff Tools, located on the corner of...
Don't be a pussy. Men don't need directions. I'm a man. Working Stiff's Tools. Find it and be a man.
Hey there, folks. My name is Buzz, owner of Buzz's Bar, located in downtown Fairview. My grandpa always used to say, there's nothing better than passing around a jug of moonshine with your buddies after a hard day's work. So grab your buddies and come on down to Buzz's Bar, where we've been serving up our world-famous Grandpa's Moonshine since 1922. Pass that jug around and get yourself shit-faced like it's your last night on Earth. Cause let's face it, folks, it just may be. Buzz's Bar, home of the world-famous Grandpa's Moonshine. Hey there, folks. My name's Buzz, owner of Buzz's Bar, proud purveyor of our world-famous Grandpa's line of fine spirits and adult beverages. My grandpa always used to say, everyone deserves to feel awesome. So he mixed up a special batch of moonshine, Grandpa's Awesome Sauce, guaranteed to make you feel awesome. Are you a skinny loser trying to look cool?
What?
You have so many rolls that you can't see your willy anymore when you look down?
I can't see my willy, Carl.
Me neither, Bob. Have the boys passed you around more than a jug of our world-famous Grandpa's Moonshine?
Yeah.
It don't matter. Come on down to Buzz's Bar for some Grandpa's Awesome Sauce, 'cause everyone deserves to feel awesome.
I I'm so awesome.
I can see your Willie, Carl.
Hey, Buzz.
Buzz's Bar, located in downtown Fairview. Come get shit-faced like it's your last night on Earth. 'Cause let's face it, folks, it just may be. Hey there, folks. My name is Buzz, owner of Buzz's Bar, proud purveyor of our world-famous Grandpa's line of fine spirits and adult beverages. My grandpa always used to say, we all got shit we want to forget. So he mixed up a special batch of moonshine, Grandpa's Forgetting Elixir, available exclusively at Buzz's Bar. Does it feel like life gives you nothing but cornmeal?
Oh, fuck off, cornmeal.
Will those stupid birds just not leave you alone?
Stupid bird.
Did you find your girlfriend being spit roasted by a couple of cowboys?
Arlene! You've been cheating on me with some bearded Jeffrey! You've hurt me for the last time, Arlene! That's it! You and I are done! There was 2 guys in there! She was getting spit roasted and I was at home waiting for her!
Then come on down to Buzz's Bar for some Grandpa's Forgetting Elixir. 'Cause we all got shit we want to forget. Buzz's Bar, located in downtown Fairview. Come get shit-faced like it's your last night on Earth. 'Cause let's face it, folks, it just may be.
Hi, folks. My name is Jared, owner of Poppin' Pills, and when you need... Ooh, squirrel! At Poppin' Pills, we provide only the best in pharmaceuticals. Guaranteed to help cure whatever ails you. How can I make that guarantee? Because I personally test every product before we offer it to the public. Our dedicated staff is always there to serve, like our in-house nurse, Nancy, or Sylvia. So I should buy a boat. So come on down to Poppin' Pills, located in downtown Fairview, for all of your pill poppin' needs. Ooh, squirrel! Poppin' Pills. Do some drugs.
And I am back, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for hanging with me here. And we are getting ready to jump into the chat section of the Q&A. Oh, I'm infected. How did I got infected? I didn't even notice I was infected. All right. Let's take care of that. We'll keep on moving through the hospital here and clearing out some zombie jerks, and I will start answering your guys' questions. So, guys, if you have a question you would like to ask me, go ahead and post that now in the chat. I will answer as many of them as I can. I will address them one at a time, though, guys. So just make sure you don't spam your questions. I will get to them as quickly as I can. I'll be as thorough as I can. And we'll get to as many of them as we can before my voice says, all right, you've been yapping on long enough. You need to stop for the evening. So I'll answer as many questions as I can. So if you have a question that you would like to ask me, and again, the Q&As, guys, they are Ask Me Anything. So it doesn't necessarily have to be 7 Days to Die related. It can be anything, and I will do my best to answer the question. But I do reserve the right to not answer questions if they are inappropriate and that kind of thing. So keep them appropriate, and yeah, fire away, guys. So Fat Jesus says, what difficulty do you play at? When I do my tutorials, I always do tutorials on default settings. When I play the game myself, I usually bump up the difficulty 1 or 2 notches. I usually play on warrior difficulty. I think that's a pretty good balance. I'm not a big fan of insane difficulty. I think it just turns the zombies into bullet sponges, which isn't really fun in my opinion. To me, it's not fun. I know there are people out there who love insane difficulty. It's just not my thing. So for the tutorials, I always do tutorials based on default settings. For personal gameplay, I usually bump it up to at least warrior is usually my default for me, is warrior difficulty. So currently in this world, this is on default settings because this is my Savin's World testing world. So this is the world that I actually do a lot of the recordings, a lot of the tutorials and that kind of thing. This is the actual world that I use to make those videos. So this is actually set on default setting. Where are you going? Oh, that block really must have pissed you off. Yeah, take that, block. She showed you. Hi, Arlene. Oh, I love it. The zombies are so stupid. Awesome. Okay. Kobe asks, are they removing rebar frames in Alpha 20? What do you think of that? Me no likey. They are, yes. So they are streamlining the upgrading in 7 Days to Die in Alpha 20. All right, birds, come on. Wake up. One at a time. Boom! Over. Yeah, we made it over the ledge. I love it. Come on. Boom! I just love sending the birds flying. Oh, it's so good. So good. So yes, they are removing rebar frames. So the way it works, guys, is all the blocks now are going to be think of it this way. You start with a frame, then it upgrades to, I believe it goes wood, stone, concrete, steel. So there's no longer going to be like things like wet concrete blocks, rebar frames that you upgrade into wet concrete blocks that harden into reinforced concrete. Blocks no longer downgrade. So when a block breaks, it breaks. Instead of like a steel block breaking down into reinforced concrete, which breaks down into nothing, that is gone. So the upgrading is straightforward. It goes frame, wood, stone, concrete, steel. So it's very streamlined, very straightforward, and there is no more downgrading. So once your block is broken, it's gone. You have to start over. But I do believe there will be the ability to craft finished blocks. So you can craft like steel blocks, you can craft concrete blocks, you can craft stone blocks, you can craft wood blocks, that kind of thing. So yes, that is how supposedly that's how the change is going to work. I am of two minds on that change. I can understand why they did it. Again, a lot of the recent changes in Alpha 19 and more of the changes moving forward are meant to make the game more streamlined, make it a little less complicated, which appeals to a wider audience. But for some of the 7 Days OGs, some of the people who've been playing this game for a long time, it may not appeal to them as much. But I'm keeping an open mind. I'm gonna hold off on my judgment on that change until I actually see the change implemented. And actually, I'm gonna give it a go. I'm gonna give it a try before I pass judgment, yay or nay, on it. I do have reservations. I think it because you don't want to oversimplify the game. Because if you make it too simple, then you're pretty much removing what makes 7 Days 7 Days. So I'm holding off judgment. I want to give it a try. Hopefully it turns out to be a good change. But there's a chance that it could be crap. So, yeah. Where are you going, lady? Where are you going? Hello? Hey, no, I'm right here. I'm literally right behind you. Just turn around. There you go. Oh. I don't get this door must have really pissed her off for some reason. I smacked her in the face. She turns around and runs over to this door. Maybe she was trying to run away. Maybe she was actually being smart because she knew that my club, she wouldn't survive another smacking in the face from my club. So, hey, you know what? I'm rethinking that. Maybe this Marlene here was actually thinking properly. I need to get the heck out of here. Oh, I love it. So yes, I'm not going to pass judgment completely until I see it, but it does give me pause because you don't want to oversimplify the game to the point where it's no longer, a challenge. It's no longer engaging. Games have to hold your attention. They have to give you a reason to play, right? And if you oversimplify, I just keep popping them up in the air. I love it. If you oversimplify things, it can take away from the actual gameplay, and make the game not worth playing anymore. So, yeah, that would be my thought on that. Let's see here. Which trader is the best to go to for solar items? I don't believe it matters because and I could be wrong on this. Solar items do not open up until you get to the later stages of better barter, and then they open up in every trader's inventory. So I forget offhand. I believe it is level 4 is when solar level 4 and level 5 are when the solar items open up. So you have to get your better barter to level 4, level 5 before those items will start appearing. And I don't believe it matters which trader you go to. They'll open up in every trader's inventory. And then it's like everything in 7 days. It's an RNG of what trader has what is actually available. So, and don't quote me on that. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's how it works. Once you get the better barter, your better barter level up, then the items will start becoming available, and they will become available everywhere. All right. You said that you have played Fallout 1 and 2, but have you played Fallout 4 or New Vegas? And if so, what do you think about them? I have literally played every single Fallout game ever made, save for Fallout 76. I did not play when 76 came out. I literally every previous Fallout 3 when it released, I was there an hour before the midnight sale started. I was in line waiting to get my copy. I pre-ordered it. I waited. Me and a group of friends went to our local GameStop when it was released. Excuse me. And actually got it and started playing it the night that it was released. Same with New Vegas. And I have. I'm trying to see, where's it at? Oh no, it's not here. It's out. I have it on display out in my living room. The New Vegas. I actually have the box set, the collector's edition New Vegas. So I have that. So yes, every single Fallout game that has been released, most of them anyway, I got the night of release, the midnight. I got to the midnight sale, picked it up at that point, and have played many, many, many hours in every single version. And I love every single version. Some are better than others, but they all have their merits. They all have their good things. They all have their bad things. For instance, Fallout 4 is what got me into 7 days. The building mechanic in like the settlement buildings and that kind of thing in Fallout 4, I absolutely love. So I started looking around for other games that had a similar building mechanic, and heard about this game coming out called 7 Days to Die, and that's what really got me into 7 days. So the answer is yes, I absolutely love Fallout. The only Fallout I did not play was Fallout 76, and that's because what I saw of it, the reviews, everything that I was, it just didn't make sense to me. Fallout is not a Fallout. It is not a. They tried to turn Fallout into like a multiplayer online, and that's not Fallout. Fallout to me is a single player universe. You are playing a single character, taking on the world, and that kind of thing. So the whole concept of Fallout 76 did not make sense to me. It did not appeal to me, and I thought it was doomed to fail from the very beginning when they announced what they were trying to do. The Fallout universe does not lend itself to that style of game. So I thought it was going to be a train wreck. I thought it was going to be a disaster. Did not pick that one up. Have not played it at all. And do not plan on playing it because, as we saw, it was indeed a train wreck and total trash in my opinion, and a big disservice to the Fallout franchise. I think the Fallout franchise is absolutely awesome, and it deserved better than the money grab that was 76. So that's the only Fallout game that I did not play. I have played every single other Fallout game, and I mean every single other. We're talking, Brotherhood of Steel, Fallout Tactics, you name it. If it has Fallout in the title, I've probably played it. Save for Fallout 76. Oh, excuse me. I need another quick drink here. All right, there we go. What's the fastest way to gain experience? In my opinion, building is the fastest way to gain experience. It's faster than looting. It's faster than clearing POIs. It's faster than killing zombies. Because in order to build, you have to mine for resources. Mining is a great way to gather or gain experience. And currently, upgrading blocks is an excellent way to gain experience. You actually gain more experience by upgrading a rebar frame into a wet concrete block than you do by killing zombies. Okay, all right, we're getting a little bit of all right, come on, back it up. Oh no, I sprained my arm, and I'm fatigued. There we go. Ooh, we got a cop. You never take me alive, copper. All right, let's take care of some of this stuff. Unfortunately, the sprained arm we can do absolutely nothing about. Go ahead and eat some more skitty. We just have to wait for that to heal, which sucks because power attacks with the steel club are the name of the game. And every time we power attack, we will take a point of damage. Sucks. All right, anyway, where was I? Fastest way to gain experience. Yes. I find building in this game is the fastest way overall to gain experience because you have to mine the resources and then you have to use those resources to build the structures. So you're gaining a lot of experience by gathering resources and you're gaining a lot of experience by upgrading blocks. I don't know what Alpha 20 is going, how that's going to change in Alpha 20 because, with the streamlined building system that they're talking about, that may actually change. So we shall see. But currently, my personal opinion is the fastest way to gain experience is build a structure. So, all right. Let's see here. Let's see. Okay. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to go through chat here. Shannon, very good. That's a very good point. Grandpa's Learning Elixir is excellent. I highly recommend using that extra 10 XP or 20. Is it 10 or 20? Gosh, forget offhand. It might be 20 here. Let's find out. All right, yeah, it's 20 for the elixir, and make sure and wear your nerdy glasses as well. That gives you an extra 10. So you can get a 30 a plus 30% XP boost just by using the elixir and wearing your nerdy glasses. Okay. Building and upgrading is a fast level. Yes. Let's see. That's what we're doing now. The most effective way. Yeah, it is. In my opinion, it is the fastest because you can do things like screamer farming screamer hordes for XP. That is another way to gain XP relatively fast. Did I just go backwards? No. Okay, I'm going the right way. But it's not nearly as fast as upgrading blocks because you can set a whole bunch of blocks and upgrade a whole. Oh, nurse, stop it! And upgrade a whole bunch of blocks and gain a lot more experience much faster. So, yeah, that kind of thing. All right. Okay, let's keep going. If a chicken and a half lays an egg and a half in a day and a half, how long would it take a grasshopper with a wooden leg to kick all the seeds out of a dill pickle? I think the answer to that is 12. Yes, the answer to that question is 12. I'm not going to say 12 what? It's just 12 because alles ist 12. That's an inside joke from back my middle school days. Ever played Outer Worlds? It's made by Obsidian. Yes. I actually have played Outer Worlds, and it was okay. I just found it, and to be honest, guys, I never finished it. I never beat it because I got bored. It was it didn't. It had some good elements. It had some things that I liked, but I don't know. It just didn't hit me in the right way. I didn't. Like I said, I did not even finish the game. I got bored, and I'm like, okay, I'm kind of done with this, and that was that. So I have played it. I do own it. Gosh darn it! I keep power attacking. I have played it. I do own it. I have played it. But it was all right. It was all right. I just never completed it. So, yeah. Why are there no bears or wolves on Horde Night? Very good question. Very good question. So the way that Horde Night works, guys, is, it suspends regular spawns. So that's why there's also no screamers on Horde Night until Horde Night ends. So anything that regularly would spawn into the world, it suspends spawning for that kind of thing during the Horde Night period. Mad Marky, thank you very much for joining us. Have an awesome night. I really appreciate it. So so it's kind of like, how to explain it? It's kind of like two separate spawn tables, right? You have your Horde Night spawn table, so a list of entities that can spawn during the hours that the Horde is active, that Horde Night is active. And then you have your other spawn list. So that would include things like wild animals, other than zombie dogs and vultures. So like bears and wolves and that kind of thing. It would also include your standard zombie spawns, and it would also include wandering hordes and screamers. So they're on two separate spawn lists. You have your Horde Night spawn list, and you have your regular everyday spawn list. And there's actually even more, because there are daytime spawn lists and there are nighttime spawn lists as well. That's why at night you're more likely to see spiders spawn. You're more likely to see dire wolves spawn, zombie bears spawn a lot more at night. So tougher zombies spawn at night than they do during the day. So there are multiple spawn lists, multiple lists of potential spawns in the game, depending on the time of day and depending on if Horde Night is active or not. So that would be my best the best answer to that question that I can give, and hopefully it makes sense. All right, what's your favorite ranged weapon in the game? Excuse me. So that would depend, and it's really tough for me to pick favorites. Because it all depends on my play style, or what style am I going for that run. For instance, I can say my favorite strength ranged weapon would be the auto shotgun. So if I'm going a strength build, straight forward in your face, like I'm using the steel club right now, right? In a regular playthrough, I would probably use an auto shotgun as my backup weapon. Use the steel club as my primary, and then the auto shotgun as my secondary weapon. If I really get into a pinch where I'm getting swarmed and absolutely demolished, whip out the auto shotgun and go to town. So it would really depend on my play style. Now, if you forced me to pick a ranged weapon if I had to choose only one weapon to use in 7 Days to Die, I would probably have to pick the SMG, because I think it is the most versatile all-around weapon in the game. It can be used pretty much for any build type. If you want to do a stealth build, you can slap a silencer on your SMG and go to town. It deals a decent amount of damage. Plus, it's a 9mm weapon, meaning ammunition is cheap and readily available. And it has the fastest fire rate in the game. So if you want to go a tank style and just mow down the zombie jerks, you absolutely can with the SMG. I think it is probably the most versatile weapon in the game, and it's honestly one of the most overlooked weapons in the game. Not a lot of people are familiar with how incredibly awesome the SMG actually can be. So if I were forced to choose one ranged weapon, I would have to go with the SMG. That would be my answer for that. That'd be my answer. But it's so hard for me to pick favorites, guys. It really is, because it all depends, because my approach to the game varies. It varies, Some days I feel like being sneaky. Some days I feel like, punching the zombies in the face or smacking them upside the head with a club. Some days I want to stay as far away from the zombies as possible and snipe them with my sniper rifle. So yes, there are, it's tough to narrow down to just one. But if gun to my head, I were forced to choose, I would have to go SMG. So yes, that would be my answer to the question. What are the best mods to put on a crossbow? So there honestly are not very many mods that are available for the crossbow. You know what? Let me finish this clear up, and then we'll head back to the house, and I will show you what I have in my crossbow in my chest here. All right, there's usually a dog at the end of this corridor. Lots of crawlers. There he is. Hey, puppy. Hey, puppy. Here, boy. Good dog. So let's quickly, let me get through this POI. We'll finish this clear up, because I don't want to leave the POI. We're so close. We are almost at the very end, and I don't want to leave the job undone. You don't want to leave the job undone. I forget. Is it this? Yeah, it's the elevator shaft. Yeah, there it is. All right. Come on out. So as soon as I finish this up, where are you guys at? Oh, there you are. Oh, jeez. Oh, she went flying. As soon as I finish clearing this POI, we will transport back to the testing area. And I will show you my crossbow. Like I said, guys, there's not very many. Whoa. I hear you. Where are you? Come on down. Yeah, the options for crossbow mods are rather limited. Boom! Ron, piss off. And yo! Oh, I missed him. You lucky devil. There we go. So we have pretty much just the roof. We have one more hurdle to clear, and this POI will this quest will be done. So I'm going to there they are. Oh, so many. All right, guys, let's do this thing. I think we're gonna take the cop out first. All right, cop off. They got it. All right. Now we swing and move. Come on, you jerks. Come on. Oh, I took both of his arms off. And just like that, we are done, ladies and gentlemen. That's how it's done. Yeah. All right. So let's run real quick. Yes, there we go. And let's head inside and let's take a look at, let me show you what I have on my crossbow here. Let's see if I can find it. No, not in there. Not in there. No. No. Where are you, crossbow? Where are you? Where are you? What do I do with it? Oh, there it is. Okay. There it is. All right. Let's go outside here just so in case some zombies wander our way, they won't start banging on my door. Hey, Buzz! Right outside your bar. What you doing, bud? Good to see you, man. All right, there we go. I think we're good. Okay. So, you'll see on my compound crossbow, I have structural brace, rad remover, polymer string, and the 4x scope. So, that is a pretty decent setup for the crossbow. Again, there are not very many mods that you can actually put on the compound crossbow. It's actually rather limited. And there's none of the really, really good ones other than the polymer string mod is good and increases projectile velocity. And the rad remover is good for radiated zombies. And the scope is good, especially if you're going to stealth build. Being able to zoom in is awesome. And then, the main thing is it doesn't really matter what you put on your compound crossbow. Really, you really just want to get that range damage up. So every mod that you put on your crossbow will increase that range damage. So the mods are rather limited, but they're also, it doesn't really make too much of a difference. I do know that I did make there is a video on Saven's World that is dedicated to archery mods. So hit up if you want to, you can hit up the channel, and I go in depth on every single mod available for the archery weapons, what does what, and what the bow can use, and what the what the crossbows can use. So definitely take a look for that. I believe it's in the equipments playlist. So if you don't want to look through all of them, you can just go to the equipments playlist and find it there. But I would highly recommend checking that video out, because I literally go through every single mod that archery weapons can use. All right. Do I have a nickname for my trusty steel club? I do not. I'm not big, or I'm not, giving nicknames to my weapons. Again, like kind of talked about with the whole mascot thing. That kind of stuff is not my forte. I'm not very good at that kind of stuff. So no, I do not have a nickname for my club. But if you guys have any suggestions on what you think I should call the club, yeah, let me know. I'd totally be down for naming my, because I love the Steel Club so much. It is so much fun. Let's see. Top 5 all-around perks for all play styles. Okay. Well, let's take a look at them. I think Sexual Tyrannosaurus is going to be huge. That's one that you definitely want to get, because whether you go melee as a primary doesn't really matter, because you will be using tools. There are very few play styles that will not use tools. Unless you're going 100% a looting game, you will need to use tools to mine resources. So Sexy Rex is probably one that I would recommend getting. Better Barter, I think, is one of the most useful perks in the game, because it opens up so much from the traders. Once you get it up to level 3, that's when you can get things like augers, chainsaws, crucibles to show up quite a lot more in trader stashes. So I would recommend Better Barter. I think that's one of the best perks in the game. Unless of course you're playing a no trader challenge, then Better Barter is worthless. Same with Daring Adventurer. That's a good perk as well, but I wouldn't put it in the top 5. Better Barter, definitely in the top 5. Let's see here. Parkour, yes, parkour I would definitely put in the top 5. The reduced stamina is awesome. The higher jumping is awesome. But once you get this bad boy maxed out, never getting a sprained or broken leg when falling is insanely awesome. I mean, one of the worst things in 7 Days to Die is a sprained or broken leg. Absolutely one of the worst. So being able to mitigate that, it doesn't matter what play style you're playing. Having the ability, removing the ability to sprain or break your leg is huge. So I would definitely add that into my top 5. Let's see here. Rule 1 cardio, I love. Stamina is the name of the game in 7 Days to Die. That's why Sexy Rex is such a good perk to take. Rule 1 cardio is a good one to take. I used to be a big proponent of Healing Factor, but I need to do some more testing before I can say for sure. But it's looking like Healing Factor. Not only will it heal you faster, but it comes at a cost. A cost of increased food usage, I would say. So that Healing Factor used to be on my list, but I kind of pushed it off to the side. However, Rule 1 cardio I absolutely love. Increasing stamina regen when running, because sometimes you got to run, and stamina is the name of the game in this in 7 Days to Die. Let's see here. There's really nothing in Perception that I would consider a top 5 must-take perk. Lucky Looter used to be on that list, but since they changed the way that the loot progression works in this game, it's not nearly as powerful and useful as it used to be, because it only gives you a percentage increase. And when you're at the lower stages, so let's say I had Lucky Looter 1. So it gives me a 5% to loot bonus. Yes, the faster looting is cool, but really when people take Lucky Looter, what they're trying to do is get better loot. Where are you? I hear you. Sorry, guys. We're getting interrupted. There he is. I hear it. I heard you. I heard you, you little jerk. What the heck? What the heck? He's a magic coyote. There we go. Jeez. It's insane. Before he had the ability to come up and, bite me in the ass, I figured I better take him out. So yeah, Lucky Looter used to be on my top 5, but unfortunately, because of the way they changed it, it is now just a percentage boost. Your loot stage is based on your game stage. And again, this gives you a 5% to loot bonus. 5% of your game stage at low levels is nothing. So let's say your loot stage is 10. You get your game stage is 10. You get a 5% boost of 10. That's nothing. So it's pointless. The only benefit you get from Lucky Looter is that faster looting speed, which is not, it's okay, but that's not why people take Lucky Looter. People take Lucky Looter to increase, to get better loot. So they don't go, oh, Lucky Looter, sweet, I can loot faster. No, they take Lucky Looter because they think they can get better loot. And that's true later on in the game. But in the beginning of the game, it's pointless. It doesn't do anything. It's silly to take it early in the game because it's just a straight percentage boost. Now, if it were like the goggles or the eye candy, where it gave you not only a percentage boost but a numerical boost as well, so it's like here plus 10 to your loot stage, that would be worth it because plus 10 would automatically bump you up from tier 0 to tier 1 loot. So that would be worth it. But because it's just a straight percentage and the way percentages work, it's not really worth it early on in the game. It doesn't become worth it until you get to the mid to later stages of the game. So yeah, Lucky Looter unfortunately is no longer in my top 5. Same with salvage operations. It looks good on paper, but again, because it's a percentage increase, and most of the drop rates in most blocks in this game are so low, getting 20% more resources from something that drops one resource, one of a particular resource. So let's say the block that you break down will only give you one electrical part. And you're like, okay, well, I got salvage operations, so I'm going to get more electrical parts. Well, you're going to get 20% more of the possible. So you'll get 1.2 electrical part. Well, that's still only one electrical part. So it does nothing for you. Again, because the amount of resources you can gather is so low, and this just gives you a straight percentage, it really decreases how valuable or how useful the perk is. Yeah, the perception tree, there's nothing really in here that is an absolute must-have. I do recommend, to some people, depending on your playstyle, Animal Tracker. At least the first point into Animal Tracker can be fun. It's fun and it can be useful. You can spot the rabbits and chickens, and always have a source of food early on in the game. But again, if you have access to a trader, there are, or if you have access to houses, you can loot food. And plus, guys, believe me, bears and wolves will spawn in this game all the time. So there are lots of animals running around. So you don't really need to rely on it. It's just kind of a cool extra thing to have access to. So, where are we at? How many have we gone here? Have we done Sexy Rex, Better Barter, Parkour, Rule 1 Cardio? What else would I add in to my top 5? That's a good question. Now, I'm not a fan of Advanced Engineering or Grease Monkey or Physician. I mean, they have their usefulness, but there are ways around it. You don't really need to waste the points on these. You can find schematics, buy the actual full thing from the trader. Yeah. So I'm not a big fan of those. They're really not necessary. Run and gun is okay. Improved accuracy and movement penalty. Those are cool. Those are all right. But I wouldn't like say that it's going to make or break your game. A lot of these guys depend on your play style. So I think I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to say my top 4. Those are my top 4 that are universal across almost any play style. Everything else is pretty much dependent on your play style. Some are going to be must-haves for your playstyle, and some are going to be completely worthless to your playstyle. So, yeah, I think that is. I think that's pretty good. So I didn't quite get to 5, but those are probably the top 4 that I think are pretty much universal. All right. Let's see. Let me grab another one here. When using a steel club, do you hit for height or distance? I don't 100% understand the question. Do I hit for height or distance? So Kelly, if you could kind of maybe type in and tell me, let me know, kind of clarify that question for me, and I will do my best to answer it, because I'm not exactly sure what you're asking there. So, is heavy armor better than light armor? Is this the case when both have their respective perks are maxed? Yes and no. Heavy armor is better than light armor in certain situations, but light armor is better than heavy armor in certain situations. It depends on your play style. If you're going, for instance, if you are going a stealth build and you are planning on rocking heavy armor, you might want to rethink your plans. The heavy armor is great for like tank builds, for strength builds, fortitude builds. Oh, there's a bunny there. I don't want to kill the bunny. I do want to kill you, but I don't want to kill the bunny. I can't handle the bunny death noises. Oh, God, look at all the bags. Oh, no. Oh, the bunny. Oh, no. Oh, the bunny committed suicide. Why, bunny? Why? Oh, no. Oh, that was terrible. Oh, God, guys. Oh, jeez. Oh, guys, can I get an F in the chat for the bunny? Bunny, why? Why did you do this? Oh, God. Oh, I just get done saying I don't want to kill the bunny, and the bunny immediately runs into a cactus and kills itself. It's like, oh, you don't want to kill me? Oh, fine. Oh, jeez. Oh, God. Oh, man, that was something. Yes, F in the chat for the bunny. Oh, I hate the death noises of the bunnies, man. They are rough. Let's see here. Yeah. So back to the heavy armor versus light armor. So I kind of answered this a little bit that's what got me kind of thrown off. All of the loot bags littered around. So I'm currently doing like a series of list videos on weapons, and a lot of times I'll just spawn in a whole bunch of zombies and go to town on whatever weapon I'm using, or whatever weapon I'm featuring or talking about. So yeah, there are freaking loot bags all over the place. That's awesome. So yeah, back to heavy armor versus light armor. Kind of touched base on it earlier during the Savin's Court Patreon YouTube channel member section of the Q&A. So it all depends on your play style. If you're going a more straightforward tanky build, heavy armor is probably the way you want to go. If you are going a more stealthy build, you definitely want to go light armor. In my personal opinion, padded armor is the best armor in the game when it comes to a stealth build. That's because you can actually push your noise penalty into the negative, making you even quieter than being naked. So, yeah. So it all depends on your playstyle. The only thing I would say is that on Horde Night, light armor does not really make sense. Because there's no such thing as stealth on Horde Night. The zombies will always know where you're at. Yeah, I see you, jerk. You gonna come down? You gonna come at me, bro? Come on, come at me, bro. Come on. Yeah, you're scared. Coward. Coward. All right. So yeah, on Horde Night, you always want to keep yourself a good set of heavy armor to use on Horde Night, because the extra damage resistance is the name of the game. You want to mitigate as much damage as possible because there's no such thing as stealth. So being sneaky on Horde Night is not a thing. So yeah, that would be my answer to that question. All right. Let's see. Tips for avoiding burnout. I'm guessing that you're talking about avoiding burnout in 7 Days to Die. What I would recommend is give yourself a challenge. Do something completely different. So let's say that you normally play a strength build. You love, like I'm doing right now, you love running around the zombie apocalypse, smashing the zombie jerks with the steel club. Well, in your next playthrough, forbid yourself from doing that. You cannot use the steel club. You have to use a weapon that you have never used before, or a playstyle that you've never played before. For instance, if you're normally a strength or fortitude build, let's say you try an agility build, or a perception build, or an intellect build. So switch things up. If you normally play one way, forbid yourself from playing that way and try something completely new, or impose rules on the way that you play the game. So you have to do this, or you can't do this. So like I'm doing with the No Trader Challenge, I found that generally speaking, no matter what play style I was playing, I would rely on the trader for a lot of stuff. I would use the trader to make money. I would use the trader to get a lot of my gear. I would use the trader to quickly get an auger and a chainsaw and a crucible in order to get access to advanced materials later on. There was so much that I used the trader to help me, move down the stages of 7 days as fast as possible. So it really didn't matter what play style I was going with. I relied on the trader quite a bit. So I decided, okay, let's do the No Trader Challenge. You cannot interact with the trader whatsoever at all. Can't even go in and say hi. Other than the very first one where I don't remember. Did we say hi? I forget. Anyway, change it up. Also, get into building, man. If you get into the building aspect of 7 Days to Die and you really enjoy that, there is literally no way to get bored because you can build anything. If you have an idea, you can find a way to make it work. So those would be my tips for avoiding burnout in 7 Days to Die. You try to make them go for a height level or to go further. How high? Oh, okay. I get what you're saying, Kelly. So when I hit the zombie, am I looking for height or am I looking for distance? Gotcha. All right. I understand what you're saying. So I typically speaking, I go for distance. I love sending them flying as far from me as possible. I love that. Popping them up in the air is kind of funny, but seeing them, fly over the edge of or off the edge of a building, or the birds. I absolutely love the birds. During one of my streams, I smacked a bird and he flew so far, so fast, like right into the window. I don't know if you guys were here for that stream, but yeah, I love that. I love sending them flying as far as possible. So if I had to choose height over distance, I would definitely choose distance. All right. Well, I'm going to keep on scrolling here. All right. Let's see. your cover songs are pretty funny. Do you play instruments? Well, thank you. I'm glad that you enjoyed the cover tunes. I had a blast getting those made. They are fun. Do I play any instruments? I play some instruments badly. When I was younger, I was actually a relatively decent wind instrument player. The saxophone was my go-to weapon when I was weapon. You see where my mind's at, guys. My go-to instrument. It was the one I was most proficient at. And I could play pretty much any style saxophone. So alto sax, baritone sax, soprano sax, you name it, I could play it. And I wasn't bad. I was actually pretty darn good considering my age and experience level. But I kind of fell away from playing that. Later on in life, I got into the guitar. And I never approached it with the idea that I wanted to be an amazing guitar player. I was more interested in being a lyricist and a singer. That was always my love. I loved singing, and I loved telling stories through songs and lyrics. So I only picked up the guitar in order to create melodies to which, for the purposes of writing songs. So I do play some instruments. I would not claim to be proficient at those instruments. But yes, I do play a couple, just I play them badly. All right, real quick. Shannon, thank you very, very much for that super chat. She asked, what is a good way to farm dog food for learning elixir? Ooh, that's a very good question. I recommend hitting up every vending machine that you come across. Hit them up. Even if you don't need anything other than dog food, check. You can buy the dog food from the vending machines for 40 dukes. And then stockpile it that way. So hit up every vending machine you come across. Keep some dukes on you, no matter where you go. Keep at least a chunk of dukes just in case you come across a vending machine, because they will a lot of times have decent amounts of at least one or two cans of dog food that you can purchase from the vending machine. So keep dukes on you. Hit up every vending machine you come across. That's one way. Also, go house hunting. Hit up kitchens left and right. They have, every cabinet that you come across has the potential of having dog food inside of it. But honestly, your best bet is vending machines. Hit up every vending machine you can, and do not eat the dog food on accident. Stockpile it, save it for the elixirs. So thank you very much again for the super chat, and I hope that answered that question for ya. All right, let's keep on rolling. Okay. When zombies die from turrets or traps, do you still get experience? Yes, kind of. So it all depends on your perk levels. So here, I will take a look and show you here. So for traps, you do gain experience once you have points into advanced engineering. You get it all the way up to level 5, and you'll get 50% experience from electrical trap kills. That's things like the electric fences, the dart traps, and the blade traps. Those will you'll gain 50% experience. So let's say a regular zombie will give you 413 experience. Killing a zombie or having your trap or turret kill the zombie, or having the electrical traps kill the zombies, will give you half of that. So you'll get 206, I think it's 206 experience, or 207, one of those. And then the same thing is true for the SMG turret and the shotgun turret. The auto or the robotic turret and the robotic sledge, you actually get full experience by kills with those weapons. So when your robotic sledge kills a zombie, or if your robotic turret kills a zombie, you get full experience by kills with those weapons, even if you don't hold those weapons in your hand. So if you toss them down on the ground and let them do their turret thing, you still get full experience for those weapons. But when it comes to electrical traps and those kind of turrets, you actually have to put points into advanced engineering in order to get experience from those items. All right. Let's see. Oh, excuse me. I need a drink. Ugh. All right. Next up, what is your favorite weapon on this game? So I kind of touched base on this a little bit. Well, I guess I said what my favorite weapon, like ranged weapon, is. My favorite overall weapon is the one that I'm holding in my hand right now. The steel club, in my opinion, is probably, again, it's subjective. I know it is. It's very subjective. But for me, I love the steel club. Absolutely love it. I think the benefits, the perks, the books that are associated with the steel club are insane. And it's so much fun to play. I absolutely love the steel club. I've always been an up close and personal Smash Mouth style player. I love looking the zombie jerks dead in their stupid dead eyes before I smack them across the face with my club. Love it. I have gotten into some other this. I'm really coming around, and I'm really enjoying stealth builds as well. I think those are very fun. That's the great thing about this game, guys. There are so many different play styles and so many different builds that are just as viable as the next, and they're all awesome. They're all fun. But my go-to always has been the steel club. I absolutely love the steel club. So if I had to choose my absolute overall 100% favorite weapon in the game, for me personally, it would be the steel club. All right, let's keep on rolling. I'm assuming I need to try the saxophone build. I'm assuming it's connected to the perception attribute. No, it's fortitude. Awesome. Okay. What's the best way to farm polymer? There's tons of recipes for it, but I can't find a solid, good source of them. All right. Polymer can be found in a variety of different items. If you are looting house POIs, you definitely want to break down like window shades and that kind of thing. So like the plastic blinds that are on windows. You also want to break down. You know what? Let's see if we can go inside and I can show you some items that actually have polymer. Hello, hey guys, wake up! All right, I need your house. Need to do some demonstrations here. So let's see here. Houses are actually pretty decent sources. I say that, and there's literally nothing. Well, I guess we can break down the garbage. Sometimes you can get polymers by breaking down garbage. You can get polymers by breaking down those plastic blinds. Fortunately, this house doesn't seem to have them. You can get polymer from breaking down things like, I believe you can get. You know what? I need a. Let's grab an impact driver here. That'll work. There we go. So you can get polymers from things like appliances. Refrigerators are great, are okay sources. Water coolers are great sources. Anything that looks like it may contain plastic has the ability to possibly give you polymers. So computers are another great source. You can break those down for polymers. Let me see if I can find some other stuff here. Of course, you can break down cars. Cars are another great source. Cars are pretty much a great source of almost anything. But trying to find... So yes, you can break down cars in order to get polymers. You can break down boxes. Boxes are another great source of polymers. So all of these boxes, you can the piles of boxes, you can actually break down for a lot of polymers. So let's see. So anything that looks like it may contain plastic is probably a great source of polymers. So things like water coolers or those little blue coolers, you can find them either open or closed. Those will give you polymers. Trying to see if I can find one so I can show you what I'm talking about here. Nothing back here? No. Okay, let's hit up another house. All right. Anything back here? Really? No coolers back here either. Okay. All right. Well, let's just go to the creative menu and I'll show you that way. All right. So I think they're just called. Yeah, there you go. So this cooler or this cooler will break down into polymers. You can get polymers from the beverage coolers, the water coolers, the water bottles that kind of sit on the ground. You can get polymers from those as well. Those are great sources. So when you're looking for polymers, think to yourself, does it contain plastics? If it does, then there's a good chance that you can get polymers from breaking that down. Oh, hey, buddy. How you doing? Talking to the people here. Talking to chat. Trying to show them some things here. Kind of interrupting, bud. Arlene, I see you. Before you have the chance to come and bug me, I'm going to come say hi. Hi, Arlene. How are you? There we go. All right. So hopefully that answered that question. Yes. Okay. When playing in a group, does it matter who placed the turret sledge / dart box to get experience? No, I don't believe it does. Now, keep in mind, guys, multiplayer is not really my forte, so I could be wrong. But if you are in a group, then I don't believe it does because you all share experience. However, if you're not in a group, then it's whoever placed it down will gain experience for that item. I believe is how it works. But again, like I said, multiplayer is not my forte. I'm more of a single play player. That's where more of where my expertise lies. But I do believe that is correct. If you're in a group, if you're partied up, so if you go into the players menu here. So let's say there was somebody else here with me and I sent them a party invite and they accepted and we grouped together. And then in this section over here, in the regular menu, it would say your name and then the name of the other people in your group on this side. If you're in a group, you share experience as long as you are, within range of each other. You get experience for their kills. They get experience for your kills. And I believe that works with the turrets and that kind of stuff as well. But again, like I said, I'm not an expert when it comes to multiplayer, guys, so I could be wrong about that. All right. Let's see. Chrono, welcome to the stream. I'm sorry I did not see you jump in. I will go ahead and answer your question here. Do people recognize your voice in some places? Not really. I'm not. I thankfully have not reached the level where notoriety is a concern yet. The channel is growing and it's growing rather quickly. Just so you guys know, we earlier this week passed 8,000 subscribers, which is pretty darn sweet. And again, thank you guys all very much for your support and joining me on this journey. but I haven't reached the level where I kind of hesitate to go out in public and that kind of thing. That's one of the reasons why anonymity is, because somebody asked me earlier if I'm an extrovert or an introvert, and I'm definitely an introvert. It was always a concern to me that I would lose my I'm a very private person in real life. So it's a little bit of a concern starting a YouTube channel and making yourself too public. That's why that's one of the reasons I don't use a face cam, is just to avoid that issue, just because I know it would be difficult for me. I've never wanted to be famous or recognizable or that kind of thing. And thankfully I have yet to have to face that issue in the real world. Just because my personality, the way I am, I don't know how to handle that kind of thing. When people compliment me and that kind of thing, I feel awkward, I feel weird, and just your typical introverts. I'm your typical introvert. I am like the stereotypical introvert. So yeah, it was a concern. That's why I don't use face cam, so that I can put that day off as far as humanly possible, because like I said, I never started this channel to become famous and plaster my face everywhere and get notoriety and all that stuff. So my main goal was, in the very beginning, to give myself something productive to do and keep my sanity, feel like a productive member of society, while at the same time helping to provide a level of comfort for my father in his final years. So that was my initial goal. And then, as things started growing, my another goal was to build the 7 Days to Die community, because I love this game and I want to introduce this game to as many people as possible and hopefully foster a love of the game in their hearts as well. So that was the goal. But yeah, the goal has never been to gain notoriety for myself or anything like that. So actually, that is secretly a fear of mine, is that I don't want that. I guess I'll leave it at that. But yeah, no, I haven't had to deal with that yet, but it would be a good problem to have, I guess, because it would mean that the channel had become, very successful. And if the channel becomes very successful, then that means that I would have helped to bring in more people into the community. Which, like I said, that is the goal, is to expand the community as much as possible. And yeah, so like I said, if the channel, if it gets to the point where people start recognizing me by my voice out in public, then I'm doing my job right, and I can take pride in that, even though the idea of that kind of sends shivers down my spine. All right. Hopefully that answers that question. What should I use my grandpa's awesome sauce on for 20% experience? Mine stuff, build stuff, upgrade stuff, or during a blood moon horde? So I actually did an experiment on this, and you get. Do not use your grandpa's learning elixir for upgrading, because you do not get the full 20% bonus. It works. You get 100% of that bonus when killing zombies, and you get a good chunk of that bonus when mining for resources. So mining for resources and killing zombies. I recommend saving your learning elixirs for Horde Night. If you're going to be killing a lot of zombies, that's the time to use the learning elixir, because you'll gain a lot more experience than you will upgrading, because it does not give you the full 20%. So I forget the numbers offhand, but if you look for the video on the site on Saven's World, I actually I use learning elixir and upgrade, and it only bumped it up like 8 points. So upgrading a block is like 400 and almost 500 experience, and then taking the elixir, it bumped it up to just over 500 experience, which doesn't make any sense. The math doesn't work on that. It does so you do not get the full 20% when upgrading. However, you do get the full 20% when killing zombies, and I believe you get the full 20% when mining as well. So if you're going to be doing a lot of mining or doing a lot of slaying of them zombie jerks, that's the time to use your elixir. But yeah, check out that video, guys, because it actually shocked me. It shocked me because I always assumed, I didn't even think about it. I'm like, okay, upgrading, you get so much experience so fast. So that would probably be the best time to use your elixir, because an extra 20% on top of that, yeah, go for it. That's awesome. But unfortunately, you do not get the extra 20% when upgrading. So yeah, it really did. It genuinely shocked me when I put that to the test. And it was actually... it was a viewer who pointed it out, because I didn't even notice it. But I had done a video earlier. I forget what topic it was on, but I did a video, and one of the eagle-eyed viewers noticed that I did not get a 20% increase in XP when I was upgrading the block with the learning elixir. And I did not notice whatsoever when I was making that video. And a watcher or a viewer actually pointed that out in the comments, and it blew my mind. I'm like, holy crap, how could I have missed that? So I went back and did an in-depth look and actually put that to the test to see what actions actually did get the XP boost and what actions did not get the XP boost. And it turns out that upgrading blocks did not get the XP boost. So yeah, I like saving my elixir for Horde Night. All right. Let's keep on rolling. Shannon, I just saw that you're heading out. If you already headed out, I apologize for not saying goodnight. If you haven't yet headed out, have a great night, and thank you very much for joining the stream. And guys, if you ever want to catch up on the streams, I do post them on YouTube, the replays as soon as the stream is done. I would recommend waiting until it takes YouTube some time to process. So the videos, so the quality isn't always great and right away as soon as the stream is over. However, the videos are available, the replay videos, as soon as the stream is done. So all right, let's see. Let me find another question to answer here. Are underground bases viable? Not as viable as they used to be. They used to be untouchable. Unfortunately, now they're not nearly as viable. You can make an effective underground base. The problem is manufacturing or crafting a path that the zombies will follow. So it can be done, but in all honesty, guys, there are a lot easier and a lot more effective ways to control the zombies on Horde Night. You can't, you can manufacture. There are viable underground bases that you can make, but there are much more or just as viable and a lot easier to build above ground bases. So while yes, you can do it, it's not easy, and there are much easier and honestly, in my opinion, more effective horde-based designs above ground than underground. So yeah, that they used to be, underground bases used to be awesome. They used to be the go-to thing. So yeah. Yeah, the problem with underground bases, Logan, you're right. So he says, I worry they'll just tunnel right through the roof. That's the problem, is the zombies in this game all apparently graduated from MIT, or maybe there was a special school that all the zombies go to before they're released into the world that gives them advanced knowledge of engineering, and somehow they will always know the quickest and easiest way to get to the player. And because dirt blocks and even rock has such low hit points, they break so easy. They're really easy to break. It can be very difficult to create and guarantee that that the zombies will follow a certain path. It takes a lot of, you gotta do some math in order to figure that out, because the zombies will always take the shortest and straightest path to you that is the easiest for them. So they will know which blocks are the easiest to break down, which ones they can get through the quickest, and take that path to get to you. So that's where the problem with underground bases lies, because you have to manufacture a path that the zombies are guaranteed to take, and it's very easy to mess that up. So that's why I recommend elevated horde bases are so much easier to manufacture, and they're harder to mess up than an underground base. But it's doable. You can do it. It's just hard. takes a lot more work. All right. Radioactive Kangaroo, thank you very much for watching the videos. I'm glad that you find them enjoyable. That is awesome. And you asked, do my Horde Night bases still work? Yeah, absolutely. My top 5, I think I released a top 5 Horde Night bases here. In fact, I think I have a few of them actually set up and ready to roll. So yeah, they absolutely work. So here, real quick, let me just stop inside and I'll grab a gun and some pipe bombs here. Let's just grab, we'll grab my favorite here. One of my favorites. There we go. We'll grab the SMG, and I'll grab a few pipe bombs here. All right. You know what? No. Where is my... There it is. We'll grab a sniper rifle and some 7.62 as well. AP, boop, 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 boop. All right, so we are back here at the testing grounds, and I've got 3 of them already set up. So I have this one here is my my fall pit base. This is very effective for explosives. It's pretty much a simple killing corridor with a drop down into a pit. And I will demonstrate how this works here. Let me go ahead and just grab some pipe bombs. And we will do this. I will bring in some zombie Arlenes. There we go. Hello, Arlene. Come on up. Come get me. There we go. She comes in. She falls down. Come on, ladies. Come on. Come on, come on. There you go. Down they go. Hey, there they are. Toss in a few pipe bombs. Light one. Chuck it in. And we're making some Arlene popcorn. Boom, boom, boom. Blow them all to kingdom come. Just like that. Simple as that. All right. So that's one of the designs that I showed off here. Next one here. There we go. Is a simple killing corridor. So we can actually turn the fall pit base into a killing corridor quickly and easily. So give me a second while I get this covered up. All we're doing is just covering the pit. Covering up the pit. There we go. Boom, boom. All right. And we've got our sniper rifle. real quick. Thank you very much, Chrono145, for that super chat. And I'll get back to the bases here in just a second. But like I said, super chats will take priority. So he asked, would you make a collaboration with another 7 Days to Die streamer? And goodbye. I go to work. Have a good night and keep up the good work. Well, Chrono, thank you very, very much for that super chat and your support. You are awesome. You always are a big supporter of the channel, and I really do appreciate it. Have a great night at work. Hopefully it goes by quick and you can get back home and get back to doing some other things that you may prefer to do instead of work. So, yeah, have a great night. And the answer to that question is yes. I would absolutely be up for a collaboration with another 7 Days to Die YouTuber. Actually, earlier on in the stream, that question was brought up by one of the members of Saven's Court. I don't think that was a question that you submitted to me. But I guess great minds think alike, because one of your a fellow Saven's Court member asked that question as well. So yes, I would 100% be down for doing collaborations with other 7 Days to Die streamers. I am all about expanding the community and working with other people to make this community as good as possible. Excuse me. So yes, I would absolutely be up for that. So. Have a great night at work, man. Thank you again, and thank you very much for that super chat. You are awesome. All right, guys, so let me get back in here. We're going to bring in some more zombie Arlene's, and I will demonstrate this one here. There we go. Arlene, hello. Come and get me. So it's the same idea. They will pour down the hole, get to the end, fall off, fall down, and have to start the loop all over again. Now, all I have to do is just sit back here and pop them with my sniper rifle. Boom, boom. I can take my time, line up my shots. Boom, boom. And they will continually run in this loop. They'll just run around in circles over and over and over again. And I can take my time, and you know, I'm not the best shot. I am the first one to admit that when it comes to first-person shooters, I am no expert. I am not. Oh, look at that! 3 for 1. Love it. I miss quite a lot. But yes, simple as whoa, whoa. Whoa, look at that. She's got one leg, yet she's not crawling. That is creepy. That is weird. I've never seen that before. Normally when you take out a leg, they crawl. But she was just like, she's a feral, so she moved down to the walking movement animation or movement speed. That was wicked. That was weird. That was weird. All right. So another one that I showed is the death hole. This is one of the first horde-based designs that I have ever showed off, and this one is one of my absolute favorites. And I will actually, you know what? Let's just use the club for this. We can use the club. Arlene, come say hi. So all you do is just step inside and smack the zombies. They pour down the death hole. You smack the zombies in the face. You can use your machine gun. You can use any weapon you want. Shotgun's a great weapon for the death hole. Steel club's a great weapon for the death hole. I'm proud of it. Yeah, they just pour down the death hole, and you can stand here and smack them. Or if you want, whip out your SMG, and unload on it. Boom! Just like that, dead. So great for Horde Night. Just make sure and have a nail gun on you so you can repair the hatches here. But yeah, very effective. It works. It works great. It works great. Another one that I've showed off is this agility. I like this. This style horde base as well. Not only because you've got your robotic sledges here, you give the zombies a simple walkway, put some obstacles in their path. Here, let me show you how this one works. So we'll bring in more Arlene's. Hello, Arlene. Come and get me. You put yourself in here, and zombie Arlene will... Actually, you know what? Here, I'm going to do this. I'm going to pop out of my body and show you. Oh, come on. There we go. All right, come and get me, ladies. So because our robotic sledges are there, these ladies will never get to me. I honestly would not have to fire a shot if I didn't want to. But the walkway is so narrow that, and they have to stop and jump at every single one of these blocks, which sometimes that'll initiate their stumble animation, and they will actually just fall off of the walkway. So I can either just sit back and let the robotic turrets or the robotic sledges take care of them, or if I wanted to get myself even more experience, I can do something like this. So coming down a nice straight line, boom, 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 boom. I can kill them, and if by chance they get past me, I've got my robotic sledges there that will knock them off and make them start the loop all over again. So yes, I think that the bases that I've shown off in some of my videos are highly effective. And what's great is they can be customized. They're just basic outlines, guys. You can take the designs that I show you, and you can put your own spin on them. You can put your own flair on them, which I think is absolutely awesome. So yes, they absolutely do 100% work if you make sure and get them mapped out properly. All right, where are you at? Oh, she's stuck in the ground. That's interesting. That's a weird glitch. Oh, all right. Okay, well, anyway, let's keep on rolling. Let's see. Are there any additional character actions you'd want to see added to the game? Character actions. I'm not 100% sure what you mean by character actions. So if Wolfman, if you want to clarify that for me, what do you mean by character actions? Give me some examples of what that what you might mean by that. Why is there a suicide button on the menu? Yeah, that's in the debug tools. I don't know why they would include that. I've personally never used it. I don't know why. I mean, I guess if you were trying to test the respawn mechanic, that would be a good thing to have, the ability to just die right away. But honestly, you could just eat glass and that would that'd kill you. So it's really not necessary. But yeah, it is a part of the debug menu. So I'm guessing they put that in there for testing purposes. That'd be my guess. But yeah, I don't. Oh, hey, look at this. We've got a friend. Hey, friend. What you doing? How you doing? Oh, I love it. Did she spawn some friends? She did. All right. All right, come on up, friends. I'll smack you in the face. Hey! Oh, that was a good one. Oh, that was a good one. All right, come on, guys. Is that it? Hello? Probably all of the the ferals and radiateds. Probably got some regular zombies kicking around. Is that it? That's all you brought in? Ah, disappointing. Disappointing. What can you do? All right. Let's keep on rolling. For the zombies pathfinder, do they always go the lowest HP path, or will they at some point just take the shortest path, even though another path it might be easier HP wise? Typically speaking, the zombies will take the path of least resistance. Now, that doesn't always hold true, and there are anomalies, but generally speaking, the zombies will, if they have to destroy a block to get to you, they will, generally speaking, attack the path, like I said, take the path of least resistance, meaning the quickest that they can get to you, they will. So they'll usually destroy the lower hit point blocks first, depending on there's a variety of different factors. So the first thing they try to do is get to the same elevation as you. That's why I always recommend elevating your base, get it off the ground. That way, because the first thing they'll say is, okay, this player is 5 blocks in the air, so I need to find a path that's going to get me 5 blocks in the air first, if there's a path available that allows me to do that. So that's why simple walkways and that kind of thing. Here, let me head back over to the bases so I can explain here. So if I'm up in my little hidey hole over there, so over there, in there, I'm stationed in there. The first thing the zombies are going to say is, okay, the player is elevated. He's up 6 blocks. So I have to get up 6 blocks in order to make a beeline to him. So that's why walkways are so simple. So they're like, oh, okay, this is the quickest and easiest path to get on the same elevation. And then from there, they calculate, okay, what is the shortest straight path to the player. So for this setup here, the zombies would walk down the walkway and bash through the bars in order to reach me inside. So that, in their minds, is the quickest. They reach the same elevation first, if possible, and then if they will attack the blocks that will get them to you the fastest. So that's basically how it works. All right. So why would you suicide? I personally don't in this game. If I'm actually playing, I don't like to. I try to avoid death at all costs, no matter how badly injured I may be. But some people, they say let's say you have a broken leg and a concussion and a deep laceration and you're fatigued and you are just beat up. I mean, beat up bad. Well, there are some players who argue that, hey, if I chomp on some glass, it'll take all of those critical injuries away. Yeah, I may have an XP penalty, but at least I don't have to wait 2 hours for those things to heal or use up a whole bunch of meds. Or maybe you don't have the meds to heal that, so all you can do is just wait 2 hours for those injuries to heal. And some players feel that it's better just to bite the bullet and reset your character from scratch. So that's not my personal philosophy, but like I said, I will not put anyone down for playing the game the way they want to play the game. So there are some people out there who think that is perfectly acceptable to do and preferable to do. And you know what? If that's the way they want to play, I say more power to them. Go for it. So yeah, that's my personal feelings on it. So hopefully that answered the question. Let's see. Or if you're stuck, yeah, that's another. Yeah, if you are in a hopeless situation that there's no escape and you're going to die anyway, maybe it's to expedite the process, I guess. That would be another reason why people might do it. So I for one would love to see a kick feature added. How cool would that be to see your boot come up and just kick? Okay, I get what you're saying, Wolfman. Yeah, that would be kind of cool. That would be kind of cool, being able to kick the zombies in the face. I don't think they plan on putting anything else like that into the game, but yeah, I think that would be cool. That's a good shout, definitely. Let's see. What is the best survival game for you except for 7 Days to Die, of course? Boy. The best for me, again, it's subjective. So, I've played a lot of survival games, but I think other than 7 Days to Die, for some reason, 7 Days to Die doesn't seem to lose appeal, whereas others, I get bored of a lot quicker. But I think the survival game that I play the most often, other than 7 Days to Die currently, is a newer game called The Infected. I've done some tutorials on it. I've done some streams on it. It's a single developer game in early access. I believe we're currently on version 9.5 or 9.6. I forget offhand which it is. And the dev is currently working on a big update 10, which should be coming out here in the not too distant future. But this game came out in August of last year. It's a single developer, and we are already on almost version 10. So the game, the developer is continually putting out new content, new updates, more features, just improving the game left and right, and killing it. And I find it fun. I find it awesome. Somehow the guy has because most survival games, one of the biggest downsides is the grind. Because a lot of times in survival games, the grind feels like a grind. But the developer in The Infected, I don't know how he did it, but the grind in The Infected doesn't really, for the most part, there are some things where, yes, the grind feels like a grind, but generally speaking, the grind doesn't feel like a grind. It feels like a natural progression. So he's done a very good job at that. So I would have to say, personally, right now, the survival crafting game that I love, that I would personally right now consider the best. And it changes. It changes as my mood changes. But right now, I think The Infected, for me, would be my second favorite survival crafting game that I am currently playing. 7 Days is number one, will probably be number one for a long time. But for me personally, I love The Infected. I think it's awesome. Favorite POI to live in? I actually honestly prefer not to live in POIs. I prefer building my own home base. If I had to choose a POI, I think the fire station is a really good POI. Very strong walls, very easy to clear out. That's probably one of the better ones. Pretty much anything that has a second story, you can make work. But generally speaking, I don't personally like to live in pre-made POIs. I personally like to build my own POI to live in. My own little home base. Dark Strife, welcome to the stream. Glad to see you. Thank you very much for joining. Is there a minimum distance for loot respawn? Okay, well, I've done a couple of videos on the loot respawn mechanic in 7 Days to Die. I'll run through the basics for you. If you loot a container and that container is empty, if you get within 8 blocks of that container, the loot respawn timer resets. So that means if your loot respawn timer is 30 days, and let's say there's a chest on this porch right here, a really good chest that you want to reloot, and you don't even go to the POI, but you walk within 8 blocks of that lootable container. Just doing that is enough to reset the loot respawn timer. Now, there is a way around that. If you leave anything inside of a lootable container, anything at all, that prevents that respawn timer from reactivating. You can literally stand on top of a lootable container as long as it has something in it and wait the entire loot respawn time. You can literally sit right on top of it and it will still respawn the loot. So all you have to do is just take out the item that you left and then exit the container, look away, go back to the container, and it will reset and be relootable. So that's basically how the loot mechanic works. I always recommend if there's a loot container that you are wanting to reloot in the future, leave something behind. Anything. It literally can be a single plant fiber. That's enough. As long as there's something in the container, then you don't have to worry about the loot respawn timer being reset. That also works for even your home POI. You can put a land claim block down. You can put a bedroll down, and as long as the container that you've already looted has something in it, even in your home base POI, that loot will respawn on the correct time. So the only thing I have to keep track of is when you last looted that POI. But I would recommend if you want to learn more in depth about that, look on the channel. Look, I've done a couple of videos on the loot respawn mechanics. So definitely look for that. You can go to the game mechanics playlist, and that should contain the loot respawn mechanic videos that I've made. So I would definitely recommend checking those out. Will there be multiplayer of the Infected? I don't believe that is in the plans. I believe it is going to be a single player only game. It would be cool if they did multiplayer, but generally speaking, multiplayer and single player, that decision has to be made almost immediately. Introducing multiplayer into a single player game is very, very difficult once the game gets to a certain point in development. So that decision is usually made very, very early, and I believe this developer intends on the Infected being a single player game only. Let's see. You must have tried DayZ before, and I want to know your thoughts about the game. I actually have not played DayZ. It's on my list of games that I want to try, but as of right now, I have yet to play it. So. My thoughts are, it looks interesting, and I'd love to give it a try, and I do plan on doing that in the future. So, as for the game itself, I haven't played it yet, so I can't really speak too much as to whether or not it's good or whether or not I like it. So, once I do, I will definitely be more than happy to give you my opinion on the game. But yeah, it is on my list, and I would love to give it a try. If the Horde Night is set for 10 days and you have a 2-day variable, it's day 8 and the next day be 18 and go from 16 to 20. Oh, okay. I understand what you're saying. That's a very good question. And honestly, I'm not 100% sure on the answer to that question. Because the way the variability works is it makes it so that the Horde Night can come up to 2 days later after the set day. So you can have a Horde Night, but I don't think it changes the actual set interval between Horde Nights. So that's actually a very good question, and I'm unfortunately, I can't give you an answer to that. I don't, because I just don't know. And I've never tested that. That'd be kind of difficult to test because you'd have to run multiple Horde Nights on multiple games, different times just in order to isolate the pattern. So, yeah, that is a very good question. And I apologize. I just don't know the answer for sure. My gut tells me that the variability will not change the Horde Night. So let's say you have it on default, but you have it variable by 3. So instead of night 7, it could be night 10. and you just happen by chance to get a horde on night 10. My gut tells me that your next horde night is still going to be set for day 14, because it doesn't change the actual the regular interval for horde nights. So 7, 14, 21. So you will have a horde on day 7, or it could be plus or minus 2. You will have a horde on day 14, but it could be plus or minus 2. You will have a horde on day 21, but it could be plus or minus 2. That's my gut. That's what I think is probably how it works, but I can't say that with 100% certainty. I can't confidently say that is exactly how it works, because I honestly don't know, but that's what my gut's telling me. All right. Castle steals entire ammunition supply, singular plant fiber per container. Yeah. Do you think 7 Days to Die will ever be cross-platform between PC and console? Not until the game. I don't think they're even going to touch that until the game is completed. When the game is completed, then they will touch on porting it to console. And they may add cross-platform compatibility to the new version, the new console version. But that is a long way off, and I don't know whether they will, but it would be cool if they did, but it's going to be a long way. We're going to have to wait until the game goes gold. Then they're going to port it over, and my belief in it anyway, is then after it goes gold, the game is complete. They will port it over to the whatever systems are currently out. So more than likely it's going to be the PS5 and the new Xbox. They will port it out for those, and potentially at that time is when they will determine whether or not to make it cross-plat. So I think it'd be cool if they did, but yeah. All right. Let's see. Thanks for telling me about the game. Gonna get it. Pity no multiplayer, but looks like it may have a good idea in terms of making it more immersive. Yes, absolutely. And the great thing about the Infected, guys, is it's so early in development, but it has such a passionate developer that it will continually, it'll just get better and better and better. He really does listen to the community, takes feedback from the community, and puts in features that they ask for, switches things up when it makes sense. So yeah, I think the developer deserves a big round of applause. Very passionate, busts his butt putting out content, and yeah, it's a fun game. It's still new. And so you gotta go into it with that understanding. But the potential is limitless. I think it will be a very, very awesome game. So after No Traders is done, what's next for Savin's World? That is a very good question. You know, I kind of take that one step at a time. I try not to plan too far in advance. I try to stay fluid. My videos, the tutorial videos, I kind of keep, plan those out to some degree. But again, I don't go too far in the future, because who knows, Alpha 20, I'm thinking probably September at the earliest, but the Fun Pimps, I've always said that communication isn't their strong suit. So we could get an announcement out of the blue saying, oh, hey, we're going to be dropping Alpha 20 in a week from now. So Alpha 20, can change things up at the drop of a hat. So I tend not to schedule things out too far. I always do my I record my videos a week in advance. So the videos that you saw this week were actually recorded last week, and the videos that you're going to see next week I actually recorded this week. So yeah, so I plan the videos at least a week in advance, and I have kind of an idea of where I want to, the topics I want to tackle and that kind of thing. But I also constantly take feedback from Discord and from the comments. And from DMs and that kind of thing. Constantly taking feedback from the community as well. So I don't really plan too far in advance on what I'm going to do next. I like to keep that kind of fluid and decide things as we get a little closer to when it is actual time to make that decision. So hopefully that makes sense. Project Zomboid is a great survival game. Have you tried it before? No, I have not. That's another one that people have told me I need to give a try. I've seen some videos on it, and it looks like really, really. It's a very difficult survival game. So, I'm not sure if it would be up my alley. I like difficult, but I don't like nearly impossible. And that game kind of straddles that line a little bit. So I would be interested in giving it a go and seeing what I think. But yeah, that's another one that people have been recommending for me. All right, guys, I'm going to take a few more, and we're gonna call it a night here. Ariel, joke question: have you considered that when you play 7 Days to Die, you're actually playing the big kid version of Minecraft? Yeah. Yes, absolutely. I frequently hear this game being referred to as Minecraft for adults. And I think that's a fair comparison because it's a voxelized game set in a post-apocalyptic world. I'm honestly not too familiar with Minecraft. I know the basics, but it's the graphics in 7 Days are definitely better. They're a lot less cartoony, but it has a lot of very similar elements to Minecraft. So Minecraft for adults, I think, is a fair way to describe 7 Days to Die. All right. Why are you so cool? Well, Callum, I think you may be one of the only people in the history of mankind to ever call me cool. I am a giant nerd. But I don't shy away from that fact. I am who I am. I accept that. And maybe, there is a sense of coolness in accepting the fact, recognizing the fact that you're a giant nerd. So maybe that's what you mean. I'm a giant nerd. I love geeky things. I geek out for things that other people would probably think are really stupid. And I own it. So yeah, that's me. Cool nerd. Yeah, exactly right. I appreciate that, though. Yeah, I've never considered myself quote unquote cool, but if you guys think I'm cool, that's cool with me. Let's see here. I came back. Welcome back. I have a question. What is your favorite perk set? Gunslinger, Master Chef, Pack Mule. Well, I kind of went through my top 4 overall perks. Sexy Rex, Rule 1 Cardio, Parkour, and Better Barter, I think are universal perks. So, and then from there it would depend on the build type that you're going for. So stealth build, you definitely want to get those the stealth perks from the Shadows, Hidden Strike. Strength build or fortitude, you definitely want to do your primary weapons. So it's very much a function of how you want to play the game. So yeah. All right. Do you prefer clubs over sledgehammers? 100% yes. Hands down, no questions asked. Project Zomboid is not that hard when you know what to do to survive. You definitely should try it. It is on my list. It is definitely on my list, and I do plan on giving it a go for sure. On the idea of a follow-up series to No Trader, what about a only trader? Playing on public servers can be like this, where look is extremely scarce, and you have to craft or buy almost everything. Okay. Oh, where loot is extremely scarce. And, that would be an interesting challenge. So you go from the no trader challenge. Yeah, loot. Yep, I thought that's what you meant. So you go from the no trader challenge to the only trader challenge, basically no looting challenge. That Ooh, now that would be interesting. That's an interesting shout, Ariel. That you may be onto something. So there you go, guys. That may be what we do next. We go from no trader to only trader. So instead of not being able to do quests and that kind of thing, we can't loot POI. So we have to rely on the trader for our goods, or like mining and that kind of thing. That could be interesting. All right, guys. I do believe we are going to be wrapping it up here. We've been going for about 3.5 hours. That's a good length. I've been talking so much, my voice is starting to get a little. My body's telling me it's time to shut up and go, quit my yapping. So I think I am going to call it. So if you guys haven't yet, hit that like button. Let YouTube know that you enjoyed this stream. And once this replay goes live, hop down in the comments and let me know. Give me your ideas. Somebody said what we should come up with a name for my Steel Club. Somebody said that we should pick an official mascot for Savin's World. And ideas for other series that we should do during the streams, all of that kind of stuff. So, hop down in the replay comments and drop those, or join the Discord and drop those suggestions there as well. But definitely hit that thumbs up button if you haven't yet. And if you're new to the channel and you are looking to learn a little bit about 7 Days to Die, definitely consider hitting that subscribe button. I release tutorial videos every single week on 7 Days to Die, and I guarantee. Oh, that's another thing I forgot to mention, guys. This video, once it gets posted on YouTube, will be the 300th video posted to Savin's World. 300 videos. That blows my mind. I cannot believe we have done that many videos. Oh, it's awesome. So there is a lot of videos on the channel covering a wide variety of topics. Yeah, this has been a crazy week, guys. So not only did we cross 8,000 subscribers, we also hit the 300 video milestone all in the same week. Kind of crazy. Pretty sweet. But yes, if you haven't yet, hit the subscribe button, subscribe to Savin's World. There are a whole host of videos on the site, and I continue to release videos every single week. Of course, we will be back again next Friday, where we will be continuing the No Trader Challenge. So definitely join me again next week. Same time, same place, right here on YouTube, starting at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. And thank you guys very much for joining and submitting your questions. Whoa. I don't know if you guys heard that. Probably not. I think we got a storm. This is probably a good time to stop because we got a storm rolling in here in my area. I just heard a big old boom of thunder. But anyway, I completely forgot what I was saying. Darn you, Mother Nature, interrupting my train of thought. Crazy. So anyway, yeah, I completely forgot. It's gone. I completely forgot what I was saying. Oh boy, I'll just run through it again. Okay, so lots of awesome videos on the site already. More videos for 7 Days to Die to come. Streaming every single Friday. Next Friday we're going to continue the No Trader Challenge. Oh, that's right. I was thanking you guys for submitting your questions. This is why I do what I do, guys. I'm all about building up the community. I want to lift people up as much as I can, introduce new people to the game, and help make people better at the game. But at the same time, man, that's really getting loud out there. At the same time, to foster a sense of community. So yeah, that's really one of the main goals of this channel, is to expand the 7 Days to Die community, help the community as much as I can, and foster a sense of community with the people who join me by watching the videos or joining the streams. That's the whole point, guys. So when you guys participate in the Q&As, it's awesome. It's absolutely awesome. I love answering your questions. I love interacting. Fridays, I've said it before, are easily my favorite day of the week because I get to interact with you guys. I get to interact with you guys in real time, as opposed to, you know, responding to comments and that kind of thing, which is cool, and I will continue to do. But there's just something different about live stream aspect. So I absolutely love it. So again, thank you for those that submitted your questions. If I missed your question, guys, I do apologize. I tried to answer as many of them as I could, but like I said, 3.5 hours now, and my voice is getting a little rough. So I think it's time to call it. But Callum plays games. Yes, I do have a YouTube join button. You can become a channel member here on YouTube or Patreon. Again, thank you to the members of Savin's Court. We ran that thank you video at the beginning, but I will continually shout you guys out because you are awesome, going above and beyond in your support of the channel by clicking that join button or joining over at Patreon. It's awesome. It really does go a long way at helping me be able to continue to make the videos and all that fun stuff. So also, if you guys haven't yet checked it out, head on over to shop.spreadshirt.com/SavensWorld. Get yourself some awesome merch. That's another great way to support the channel as well. And I completely understand for those who can't do that, but still want to support the channel. All you have to do, watch the videos, give them a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. That is amazing. That helps the channel out more than you know. And sharing it with your friends, letting people know about it. Get the word out there. But for those of you who go above and beyond, just thank you to everyone. Thank you so much. I never imagined that the channel would get to this level so fast. So, yeah, it's awesome. I love it. I love you guys. You guys are so awesome. This community is so great. And I cannot wait until next week when we get together again and continue the No Trader Challenge. But for now, this is Saven saying thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining me in Savin's World. And remember, the average gamer is always king of the hill on the bell curve. Have a great night, everyone.